Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. This is the story about what if Naruto formed a Jinchuuriki alliance. Huge shout out to Sarcastic Kitsune for this story. If you want more of this, make sure you're subscribed and hit like. And comment down below when you want the next part. Let's begin. If you were to stroll down the streets of the hidden village of the leaves, you would think that there was nothing wrong with this village. All the citizens were happy and loving. Now, turning to the Namikaze estate, you could see a man with spiky blonde hair and kind blue eyes. This is Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage. Next to him, smiling, is a beautiful red-headed woman with violet eyes. Her name is Kushina Uzumaki, and she is the wife of Minato. Standing before the couple is one beautiful 8-year-old red-headed child with bright blue eyes. She was wearing a short-sleeved orange dress that reached mid-thigh. The skirt was hemmed black, and there was black stitching above the hem, on the sleeves and on the part that crossed over. A large black part covered her stomach, and there was a red Uzumaki swirl on the left thigh. Her black skin-tight leg warmers reached a bit below the skirt, and she wore black shinobi sandals. This is Natsumi Uzumaki Namikaze. Looking at them, you'd think that this is the happiest family in Konoha you'll ever see. But this is far from the truth. If you look beyond at a blooming sakura tree, shadowed and peer close enough, you'll see another boy, standing on a bough. This one has hair just like his father's, only milder, and his blue eyes held no sparkle of mischief or happiness. It only held sadness. The child wore a mesh shirt which was unseen because of his white hoodie which he zipped up fully and had a dark green stripe on each sleeve, the bottom also hemmed dark green. He wore dark blue on-boot pants and blue shinobi sandals. This is the forgotten child, 10-year-old Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Even though his eyes held sorrow, they also held hope. You could see that the child was longing to be acknowledged, to have the same happiness as his sibling and parents. To him, the world seemed empty and colorless without love. Is it so hard to simply say hi to me? To even notice me? Naruto thought sadly, watching his happy family training in the yard. Kid, come to me. Who are you? Where are you? Come to your mindscape and you will see. Unsure but not afraid, Naruto jumped from bough to bough and slid through the window into his attic room, sat on his bed and closed his eyes. When he opened them again, he found himself in a sewer. Where am I? Kid, come here. Naruto moved warily through he tunnels until he found himself before a large cage with a large orange bunny-eared fox. With 9 tails. You're the 9-tailed fox, aren't you? Naruto blinked owlishly, his mind gears whirring. Yes kid, and I am the soul of the 9-tailed demon fox. My chakra has been sealed inside your sister. Because of this, because of me, your family neglects you, and the villagers beat you, the fox said, lowering his head, remorse shone clearly in his red eyes. The Kyuubi felt sorrow for the young child that had such a miserable childhood, one that forced him to become older than he was, one that drove away all the comforts other children had the luxury of having. The love of the parents, toys, attention, good food, everything that other children his age wallowed in. It's okay. The fox's head snapped up. It's not your fault. You're the one who is sealed inside me, and I don't think you want that, do you? Besides, when a kunai is sealed inside a scroll, the scroll does not become a kunai. So the villagers are simply ignorant people. I can forgive them, they do not know any better. Same as my sister. She has done no wrong. My parents, however, I have no reason to forgive them. My mother was a former Jinchuuriki, wasn't she? And wasn't my father the one who sealed you inside me? Naruto chose his words wisely. He was much more mature than any other child his age. Kit. The Kyuubi did not know what to say. Never had anyone said this to him before, never had anyone not feared him for being. Well, him. Not one human since the Sage of 6 Paths. Hey Kyuubi. I was just wondering. What's your name? I mean, Kyuubi can't be your name, can it? Kurama, Kit. My name is Kurama. Kurama, Naruto repeated. Kurama. My name is Naruto. I know, Kit. I have been watching over you. Kurama couldn't keep the smile from his face. Kurama, are there any other people like me? Ones that have tailed beasts inside of them as well? Naruto asked slowly. Yes Kit. They are called Jinchuuriki. You are a Jinchuuriki. There are those like me, with tails counting from 1 to 9. Shukaku, the 1-tailed raccoon, Matatabi, the 2-tailed cat, Isobu, the 3-tailed turtle, Son Goku, the 4-tailed ape, Kakuo, the 5-tailed horse, Seiken, the 6-tailed slug, Chimei, the 7-tailed insect and Jayuki, the 8-tailed octopus. I am the 9-tailed fox, the most powerful of the tailed beasts, Kurama explained. Okay. Is there a way I can contact the Jinchuuriki? Then we can all be together, and no one will have to suffer because of the fate that was upon them since birth. Naruto was growing more excited by the passing minutes at the thought. Why, yes Kit. That's a wonderful idea. Kurama jumped up and banged his head on the cage. Ow. Naruto giggled for the first time in 8 years. Are you okay, Kurama? I'm alright. Only this damn cage restricts my movements. The fox growled in displeasure. Can I help? Naruto offered. Yes. Just rip the seal off my cage and it'll disappear. I'll help you reach it. Naruto easily pulled it off and Kurama let out a roar, all 9 tails springing to life as he shook his head in delight. Thank you, Kit. Now, can you imagine a field for me? Preferably with a cave. Sure. Naruto chirped, eager to please his new friend. A few seconds later, the sower turned into a lush field with green grass, a slight breeze, bright blue sky and a sun. In the distance there was a cave, large enough for the fox to go into to sleep. Thanks, Kit. Kurama ambled over and curled up in the cave. So? How do I contact them? Naruto peered into the cave. Kurama opened one eye. Write a letter to each of the Jinchuuriki. I will give you the fox summon and they will take the letters back and forth for you. Okay. Naruto stood up and exited the mindscape. His eyes flashed open, azure blue pools filled with determination. He quickly shot over to the window and sighed in relief when he saw that his parents and sister was still in the yard, training. Kushina was teaching Natsumi the chakra chains and Minato was looking proudly on. He could see some kids. Analyzing them quickly, he found the boy with a dog on his head to be an Inuzuka, the girl with pale eyes a Hyuga, the one covering his face to be an Abiram, the lazy boy with a pineapple head a Nara, the blondie a Yamanaka. And the duckbit one an Uchiha. They had probably come when he was in his mindscape and were now fixated on the oh-so-wonderful savior, the child of the prophecy. He felt a surge of pain and jealousy, but quickly suppressed it. He had Kurama now, and he would soon have new friends, people who were like him. He sneaked into his father's home office and took 8 pieces of paper and a pen before fleeing to his room, even though it was highly unlikely anyone would enter the house. Taking a deep breath he began. Dear fellow Jinchuuriki. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. I am host to the 9-tailed fox, the Kyuubi. His real name is Kurama. I do not know how you are feeling as Jinchuuriki, but I wonder if you are feeling the same pain, the same neglect, loneliness and emptiness as I do. My family is alive and well, but I am ignored for holding the soul, while my sister holds the chakra of Kurama. My parents, when they do speak to me, say that this is because the chakra could overtake Natsumi, so she has to be trained to control this. I hope that you will reply to my letter, because I want to gather all Jinchuuriki. If you would like to leave your villages, you may join me to travel. I want to make sure that no one feels left out or alone, the way I am feeling now. Sincerely. Naruto. Naruto bit his lip, chewed on his pen, reread it 10 times, and finally nodded in satisfaction before making copies of it. Kurama, it's ready. Good Kit. Now bite your thumb, place your hand on the table and say, summoning jutsu. Kurama commanded. Naruto obliged, and there was a small poof of smoke before a creamy white fox with a red collar and a golden fox amulet hanging appeared. Hello Naruto-kun, the fox said politely. Do you have something you need of me? Why yes please. Are there others of you? Yes, Naruto-kun. There are many of us, and our master, Kurama, is currently within you. This makes the summoning contract automatic. No wonder. I thought I had to sign a summoning contract, Naruto thought. He heard a gravelly voice snort. Ugh, I forgot Kurama can't hear my thoughts. Stupid, privacy-invading fox. He heard a sarcastic cough, louder this time. Naruto rolled his eyes and put up a wall to seal him off from his thoughts. What is your name? He asked the fox. My name is Aiko. Well Aiko, can you and your friends please take these to the Jinchuuriki around? Do you know where they are? I believe one is in Suna, the hidden village of the sand. The one tails. My friends and I will find out where everyone else is, the fox said firmly. Thank you Aiko. When you find them, please give them these letters. Naruto held out 8 folded papers, and Aiko took them in her mouth, bowed her head politely and poofed away. Now I just need to wait for replies. It has been 3 years. 3 years to plan, to fix up cracks, improve, get stronger, and most of all, converse with the Jinchuuriki in the world. Naruto remembered how he felt when he first got the letters from them. He still read them nowadays, even though he had other letters too. The first one arrived from Sumi, who had been sent to Kurikagure, the hidden village in the mist. The letter was from Yagura, the 4th Mizukage. Dear Uzumaki-san. My name is Yagura, 4th Mizukage of Kurikagure. I am host to Usobu, the 3-tailed turtle. My village is known as the Bloody Mist, but please, pay no heed to this. I am merely fighting against the rebels who wish to overthrow me. I would very much like to meet you, Naruto Uzumaki. I hope one day we can travel together. Regards. Yagura. That had been the first letter that Naruto received and had immediately drawn to the conclusion that Yagura was a very formal person. Smiling, Naruto happily wrote back whilst waiting for the other letters to arrive. You simply could not imagine his joy when all 8 Jinchuuriki replied back to him. Naruto was slowly dozing off as Iruka-sensei droned on and on about his congratulations speech for making Genin. The blonde really was endlessly patient, but he absolutely hated speeches with an intense passion. Sasuke Uchiha looked at him sympathetically. The Raven couldn't really blame him. Sasuke himself was almost dropping off to sleep, but that surely wouldn't go well with his mother. Fortunately for the two of them, Iruka's speech had been cut off when the door opened. Naruto and Sasuke shot to attention, startling Sakura and Ino, who had been sitting with them. The boys' bodies were rigidly alert, their eyes sharp. "Sorry for interrupting your class, Iruka," the 4th Hokage apologized. "This is my daughter, Natsumi Uzumaki Namikaze. I believe you passed her yesterday, so she will be joining your class from now on." "That's alright Hokage-sama," Iruka Yumino said politely, but inside he was wondering if the child knew how to fight. Sure, the girl knew the academy jutsus and basic knowledge that passed her to Genin, but did that matter if she didn't even know anyone? Would she be a stuck-up brat or work with her teammates? "Now you will be assigned your Genin teams," Iruka announced, his eyes flitting warily to the Hokage's daughter. "I'm making up names here, so don't ask. Team 1, Iko Natadani, Mimi Tsum, as in Tsum XD, and Samika Dudryle. Team 2. Itsumi, not hearing her name, tuned out. She stared at her new classmates, assessing them one by one. Then her eyes fell on one in particular. He was a boy, around 2 years older than her. He was like a replica of her father when he was a child. His bangs and hair was exactly the same too. He was wearing navy blue on-boo pants and a mesh shirt beneath a white hoodie that he left open. 2 navy blue lines running along each sleeve. His navy blue forehead protector was partly hidden by his hair. As the boy turned to her, she gave a small gasp when she saw kind blue eyes, tainted with determination and a little sorrow, which was caused by something she did not know. Naruto, feeling like he was being watched, shifted his head and smiled softly at the child that was his younger sister. His eyes softened when he saw her gasp a little. She probably did not even know that she had a brother, not that he could blame her. Over the years, he began to forgive his family, starting with his sister. On rare occasions when she did notice him, his little sister would run up to him and ask him to play or train with her, until her parents decided to whisk her away for special training. When Itsumi would turn back to say she wanted to play with her brother, she would find that Naruto had disappeared. Team 7, Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uchiha. And Natsumi Uzumaki Namikaze. Uchiha massacre never happened, Naruto put a stop to it. Naruto and Sasuke high-fived silently below the desk, smiling at each other. After Naruto had been wandering through the village after the first 2 years of neglection, he found Sasuke, and the two had quickly become friends. Makoto, Fugaku and Itachi Uchiha, his parents and brother, had immediately accepted Naruto into their family, unofficially adopting him. The Uchihas had been furious with the 4th Hokage's treatment to his oldest. As a result, Makoto barely spoke with Kushina anymore, and Fugaku would try his hardest to avoid interaction with the 4th Hokage. Unfortunately, he had to give Minato police reports nearly every day. The Uchiha head made his reports as quick and blunt as possible nowadays. Ever since Naruto became one of the Uchiha, his personality did a complete 180. Fugaku was now more caring and open to emotions and ideas. He was a better father and an easygoing man who had realized that Sasuke did not have to be his brother in any way at all. That path was for Sasuke to choose. The rest of the Uchiha had wholeheartedly accepted Naruto into their clan, and they loved him as much as Sasuke. His grin was always there to brighten up anyone's day. And so, Naruto became an Uchiha, the younger brother of Sasuke, and Itachi, the youngest son of Makoto and Fugaku. Itsumi looked at Naruto. She felt strangely attracted to him, like she had known him before today. But was that possible? Did she know? Naruto Uchiha. I wasn't aware that the Uchiha had a blonde child. I thought they mainly had black hair, she thought, staring at the smiling blonde boy, his blue eyes now sparkling with happiness. She looked at the girl beside her. She had long platinum blonde hair and pupil-less blue eyes. The Yamanaka Natsumi concluded as she tapped the girl's shoulder. "Hi, I'm Natsumi," she whispered. "Ino Yamanaka," the girl answered, smiling. "I was right," Natsumi thought gleefully before asking her question. Ino, why is that Uchiha blonde?" Ino looked over to where Sasuke and Naruto were talking through hand signals. "Oh, Naruto. He's pretty cute, isn't he?" To answer your question, Sasuke, that boy by the window, his family adopted Naruto. No one really knows where he came from because he doesn't reveal anything to anyone but his family. Maybe his parents died or something. But there's something that's been nagging at everybody since the beginning of the year. Doesn't he look oddly like your father? Ino's eyes never left the blonde and raven. "Yeah, he does," Natsumi agreed. Alright, go out for lunch, then meet back here with your new teams and meet your senseis, Haruka called out, making the two girls jump. Naruto and Sasuke immediately jumped out the window, their hands flying in signs. Itsumi recognized a few as Anbu hand signals. How did they know them? Itsumi, wanna come with me? Ino appeared next to her. Oh. Sure. If you're wondering why those two know Anbu hand signals, do you know the Anbu weasel? Weasel? Natsumi gasped. I take it that you know him, then. He is Itachi Uchiha, Sasuke's and Naruto's older brother. Ino said it like it was an everyday occurrence to have two kids that were the younger brothers of the prodigy among prodigies from the Uchiha clan. Wow. Come on. I'll show you the best place to have lunch. Okay. Naruto sighed. Itsumi fiddled with her fingers nervously. Sasuke's eyebrow twitched. Once. Twice. Thrice. Where the hell is the Uchiha was cut off from his angry burst by the blonde, how quickly put a hand over his mouth. Patience, patience, the boy reminded gently. I was imaging how Sasuke would be if he wasn't emo. So basically he's the opposite of himself in the anime. Sasuke rolled his eyes as his brother removed his hand. Yeah, whatever. But we've been waiting hours. Then that means we've got Kakashi Hatake, Naruto said calmly. While we wait, why don't we get to know each other better? Natsumi, was it? Can you start? Itsumi jumped a little as he turned his piercing blue eyes on her. Oh of course. I'm Natsumi Uzumaki Namikaze. Your likes, dislikes, hobbies, dream for the future. Naruto prodded her gently. Oh. Okay. I like ramen and my family. Oh, and my new friend Ino. I dislike mean people. I don't like it when my parents are too busy to help me because then I'm all alone and I don't like being alone. I think that's it. My dream for the future. Is to be the first female Hokage. Natsumi smiled. Naruto smiled kindly while Sasuke's mouth twitched upwards a bit. That was his best attempt to smile one of the people who caused his best friend and brother so much pain. I'll go, Naruto offered. My name is Naruto Uchiha. I like my family, ramen and training. I don't like people who neglect others and those who cannot tell the difference between a scroll and the kunai sealed within it. My dream is to become a great leader. It doesn't matter what village or what organization and make sure that no one feels alone. Itsumi was surprised at Naruto's introduction. It seemed like he had been neglected and she wondered why he disliked people who couldn't tell the kunai and the scroll. It wasn't as if he had something sealed inside him. Right. My turn, Sasuke chirped. Itsumi sweat dropped at the obvious attitude change. I'm Sasuke Uchiha. I like my family, tomatoes and training. My dislikes are the same as my brother and my dream is to surpass my older brother, Itachi Uchiha, as well as help Naruto with his dream. They are obviously dedicated to each other, Natsumi thought. Teamwork won't be a problem for those two. But would they work with me? Naruto most definitely. He's very nice. But Sasuke? I get the feeling he doesn't trust easily, but if Naruto works with me, he'll work with his brother too, right? Yo. A poof was heard in the room. My first impression of you guys. You're boring. Meet me on the roof. Naruto and Sasuke shrugged before each taking on of Natsumi's hands and poofed away. Naruto, what are you doing? Sasuke poked his head into his non-biological brother's room, where the boy in question immediately froze. Sasuke. Naruto exclaimed. Naruto. Are you? Packing. Mikoto joined her sons. Hasan. Naruto's eyes darted for a way of escape. The two Uchihas looked at Naruto and realized that they were seeing him in clothes they had never seen him in before. He was wearing a short-sleeved black hoodie, black Anbu pants, black shinobi sandals, and had black wristbands. And his forehead protector was nowhere to be seen. I'm leaving. But why? Aren't you happy here? Sasuke demanded. I'm sorry. But I just. Don't belong here, you know. I mean, I'm grateful you guys took me in. But that doesn't change the fact that the villagers hate me. And there are people like me, people out there who are suffering just like I am. They are just like me. How are they like you? How could anyone be just like another person? Itachi came into the room. Naruto's bangs shadowed his eyes. Because they are Jinchuuriki. So you know. Fugaku joined the rest of his family in his unofficially adopted son's room, his eyes understanding. Thank you, Tusan. For giving me a family. A chance to know love, Naruto smiled. Please don't go, Sasuke whispered. Who am I gonna tease? Who am I gonna train with? What am I supposed to do when you're gone? I'll come back. Don't worry about that. But I meant what I said. I'm leaving and gathering all the Jinchuuriki. That's why I made sure this day was memorable, Naruto explained. Naruto. Mikoto looked at him with sad eyes. Then the blonde surprised everyone by what he did next. I changed some of the lyrics to fit the story, okay? I gotta say what's on my mind. There are things here that just don't sit right with me. Life keeps getting in the way. Whenever I try, somehow the plan always gets rearranged. It's so hard to say, but I gotta do what's best for me. You'll be okay. Naruto backed away until he was at the window, bag slung over his shoulder. I've got to move on and be who I am. I just don't belong here, I hope you understand. I might find my place in this world someday. But at least for now. I gotta go my own way. And the blonde boy jumped out the window. The Uchiha family looked at each other before nodding and running out of the house, following the roof-running boy. Don't wanna leave it all behind. But I get my hopes up. And I watch them fall every time. Another color turns to gray. And it's just too hard to watch it all slowly fade away. I'm leaving today. Cause I gotta do what's best for me. You'll be okay. I've got to move on and be who I am. I just don't belong here, I hope you understand. I might find my place in this world someday. But at least for now. I gotta go my own way. Naruto jumped down and stopped at the Konoha gates. What about us? The blonde stopped. What about everything we've been through? Naruto turned around and saw his non-biological family standing behind him, Sasuke and the lead. What about trust? Naruto took a step forward, as did Sasuke. You know you're always welcome here. What about me? What am I supposed to do? I've gotta leave, but I'll miss you. I'll miss you. Sasuke's pleading eyes begged him to stay, but Naruto knew he had to do this. He always knew this day would come when he could say goodbye and finally go and find the fellow Jinchuuriki. Naruto turned to the gates, his back to his heartbroken family. Oh so? I've got to move on and be who I am. Why do you have to go? I just don't belong here, I hope you understand. I'm trying to understand. I might find my place in this world someday, but at least for now. I want you to stay. I gotta go my own way. I've got to move on and be who I am. What about us? I just don't belong here, I hope you understand. I'm trying to understand. I might find my place in this world someday. But at least for now. I gotta go my own way. I gotta go my own way. And the whiskered boy ran out the gates, his hood and bag flapping behind him. His bag is like Shino's bag, only it's got strings across his chest, not attached to his jacket. And Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha was gone. Okay, so where to now? Naruto walked through the forest warily. Hey kid. Let's go to Suna. Hey? Oh, you finally woke up, you lazy ass fox. Damn it kid, I'm trying to help you so get moving. Kurama growled. Naruto laughed. Okay, we're going. So it's Gaara who lives there, right? I believe so. He's the Jinchuuriki of my insane brother, Shukaku, the one-tailed beast, so he may be a bit unstable. The most noticeable feature would be some black rings around his eyes that indicate insomnia. Why would Gaara have insomnia? I mean, that means you can't sleep at night, right? Yes kid. But the Jinchuuriki of Shukaku cannot sleep because then Shukaku could slowly take over them by eating at their personality, eventually changing them completely, Kurama explained. Naruto shuddered. How awful. I'm glad you're my beast because you won't take over me. Kurama's sweat dropped. Is that the only reason? Nope, you're my first friend, too. Naruto said as he went on his merry way, happily tree jumping. Is it just me, or am I seeing a song forming in your mind? Kid, you like singing. ... Don't judge me, Naruto shrieked internally. Easy kid. I won't judge. Kurama yelled, holding his bunny ears against his head. You've got a good voice. Lem hear this song. It helps pass the time. Fine. Naruto paused for a moment, thinking, before opening his mouth and filling the silent forest with his clear, strong voice. https://yahoo.b/cy2le-neo-zro invisible, push through the fog. I had to find my way, yeah. The glow of light. A spark of hope. If you imagine it you'll find. You're reaching for all things. To follow your dreams. And nothing will stand in your way. You're not far, you're close, so stand up for yourself. It's written in the sky. Just spread your wings, reach for your dreams. There's no mountain that's hard to move. Take a chance and try. You will never know. You're a hero, you can fly. Whoa. You're a hero, you can fly. You can fly. Unthinkable is best to come. The light is shining so bright now. No looking back. Keep pressing on. Cause your wings are made to fly. You're reaching for all things. To follow your dreams. But nothing will stand in your way. You're not far, you're close, so stand up for yourself. It's written in the sky. Just spread your wings, reach for your dreams. There's no mountain that's hard to move. Take a chance and try. You will never know. You're a hero, you can fly. Whoa. You're a hero, you can fly. You can fly. I don't plan on breaking down. I don't plan on falling down. I won't lose, I won't lose. Oh no 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 no. That was good, Kit. And look, we're at Suna. Oh wow. Well, let's get to business. Who goes there? Suna's guards called sharply. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I wish to see the Kazekage. Naruto had to remind himself to not call himself Namikaze or Uchiha. It would have been too suspicious and a dead giveaway. Alright, one of them said at last. What are you thinking? His partner hissed. He's a kid. What harm can he do? The guard argued quietly. Come this way, kid. I'll escort you to the Kazekage. But LSHT Naruto rolled his eyes. What am I supposed to do now? Knock him out, go find Gaara and persuade him to leave with me? Not a bad idea, kid. Wait, what, are you serious? I was joking. Do you really think the Kazekage will let you run off with their only Jinchuuriki? But point. No turning back now. All this time Naruto had been walking on a deserted path to the Kazekage office. Moving quickly, Naruto put up a genjutsu so any passerby would think they were simply talking. He gave a short, sturdy chop to the neck and as the body crumpled to the ground, quickly took him to a dark alleyway. After making sure the guard was alright but not going to wake up for some time, Naruto sprinted through the village until he found a short red-headed boy that was all alone. Everyone was avoiding him like a plague. Approaching him tentatively, Naruto noticed that he had the kanji for love on his forehead, teal eyes and black rings around them. It was Gaara. Naruto shifted nervously, debating to himself whether or not he should approach him immediately or wait until everyone left. Evidently, Kurama had gotten impatient and summoned himself there and plopped himself on his host's blonde head. Kurama. What do you think you're doing? I didn't summon you. Naruto yelled, effectively drawing Gaara's attention. Everyone left already. You were taking too long, kid. So hurry up. Just go and talk to him. He knows you anyway. What the hell do you want me to say? Hello, I'm from the Hidden Leaf Village, and you're Gaara. Come with me and we'll go round up the rest of the Jinchuuriki. Are you kidding me, Kurama? I am not going up to him and saying that. Damn it, I should have sent him a letter saying I was coming first. Naruto groaned in realization. Meanwhile, Kurama was laughing his furry butt off. Ha 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 ha. Kid, you are too good. And you're the prodigy of your family. You forgot to say you were coming. Ha 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 ha. Gaara's sweat dropped at the two and felt a smile tugging at his lips. Something that hadn't happened in a long time, if ever. Naruto's tick mark was growing steadily bigger. Damn you, Kurama. Why didn't you remind me? I was too busy sleeping, was the dismissive reply of the tailed beast. Lazy ass fox, Naruto muttered in annoyance. Boy, Kit. That's not nice. But anyway. You've caught the attention of one San Jinchuuriki. Naruto froze. Why the FK didn't you tell me? So. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. The blonde boy scratched the back of his head nervously. Alright, the red-headed boy replied emotionlessly before a faint smile graced his lips. Nice to meet ya. Now let's go round up the rest of the Jinchuuriki. Naruto grinned, grabbing his hand and running off. Naruto. Why are you doing this? Why are you rounding up all the Jinchuuriki? Gaara asked, running behind him. He was forced to anyway. As I want to make something, an organization probably, where people can truly belong. Oh. Gaara looked down. But why pick me? Naruto smiled softly to himself. Because I'm a Jinchuuriki too. This organization can give Jinchuuriki like us a place to come home to without any fear. And Gaara's entire world changed. Another reminder. This is a songfic, so basically they are just going around and gathering Jinchuuriki during the song. You know the theme songs before a Naruto episode. Think of it like that. Emboldened is what they are doing, underlined is ANS, I wanna be the very best. Like no one ever was. To gather them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Jinchuuriki to understand the power that's inside. Gotta get 'em all. It's you and me. Naruto looked behind and grinned at Gaara. A voice inside was telling the red-head that he was where he belonged. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. Gaara's eyes were wide open. He was someone's best friend. Something warm swelled up in his heart and he truly felt happy. In a world we must defend. Gotta get 'em all. A heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. Naruto helped Gaara up a cliff and they stood on the mountain, looking over the hidden village of the clouds. You teach me and I'll teach you. Gotta get 'em all. Gotta get 'em all. Vegito and Killer Bee stood before them, the first defiant and suspicious, the second simply curious and lazy-like. Naruto and Gaara stared back at them, the blonde's face serious, the red-head with his arms crossed. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day. To claim my rightful place. Naruto suddenly gave his signature grin and shot forward, taking the two Jinchuriki's hand. Gaara simply face-palmed and ran after them, chuckling to himself when he saw the shocked faces of Yujito and B. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight, it's always been our dream. Yujito smiled softly to herself as she was tugged along with the exuberant boy, B beside her, whilst the red-deeded boy flew next to them on a platoon of sand. Naruto's mouth moved as the sun outlined his figure, and his sparkling blue eyes met hers in B's. No, not Naruto x Yujito. I haven't decided pairings yet. At that moment, the two Cloud Ninja knew they belonged with this blonde boy and would follow him wherever he went. Gotta get 'em all. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Naruto rushed through the villages, grabbing unsuspecting Jinchuriki and throwing them in line behind him. His bright smile was something that drew all the Jinchuriki to follow him, to let them know they were home. Oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. All the Jinchuriki stood before their leader, smiling. They were all in their respective clothes, with a new white flak jacket on top and white forehead protectors, with the kanji 1 to 9. Gotta catch 'em all. The heart so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Gotta get 'em all. Gotta get 'em all. I've got 'em all. Sasuke stared at the running figure, before his onyx eyes glimmered and a lone tear trickled down his cheek. Fugaku and Itachi lowered their heads, faces solemn. Tears freely ran from Mikoto's eyes as she stared after the boy she had grown to love as her own son. How the Uchiha family despised their Hokage and his family at this moment. They had completely neglected Naruto into an unstable mental state. Kami, if Naruto had never met them, he might as well have gone insane. It was only when Sasuke calmed him down from a panic attack and Itachi had taken the two boys home that Naruto finally experienced what a family was like. This Hokage. Is going to pay. Was what all the Uchiha thought in sync, their heads rising and their eyes glowing red with the Sharinnegan. Minato. Kushina burst into the Hokage's office. Kushina. What is it? Are you okay? Minato asked frantically, checking over his wife for injuries. No. Minato, it's not us, it's our son. Kushina cried, pushing him away. Minato froze. His. Son. No, she couldn't mean. Naruto. Suddenly a fury-filled yell echoed through the tower. Minato Namikaze. I don't care if you're a civilian or the Hokage, I swear I will make you suffer for making my brother suffer. A furious Uchiha stormed into the office. Sasuke. Stop it. I know you miss Naruto, but he wouldn't want you to kill his biological father. Mikoto Uchiha ran into the office, quickly followed by Fugaku and Itachi. That man, Sasuke spat, pointing a venomous finger at Minato, has never been a father to Naruto. You and dad have been better parents than them. Sasuke. Fugaku said sternly. What? He spat bitterly, turning his furious Sharingan on his father. Itachi moved forward slowly. I know you miss him. We all do. But you can't go on a rampage. It was Naruto's choice to go. You have to respect that choice. He did promise to come back, didn't he? Sasuke frowned, but his rage was slowly lowering. Naruto suffered because of him. Why can't he suffer too? Mikoto bit her lip. Revenge isn't always the best way, Sasuke. Have you ever heard Naruto speak of revenge against his biological family? Sasuke's eyes were shadowed by his bangs, and his family tensed up. But they relaxed as they saw a soft smile flit across his lips. That dobe is too soft for his own good. Itachi chuckled. True, very true. Come on Sasuke, let's go home. The young boy allowed himself to be let out, and Mikoto and Fugaku shared a glance before turning to a stunned Hokage and his wife. We apologize for our son, Fugaku said stiffly. He's. A little emotional right now. His best friend and brother left, and it's understandable why he is so angry. But he. Misdirected his anger, Mikoto spoke carefully. Mikoto, Kushina trembled slightly. What did Sasuke mean when he said you and Fugaku were better parents? Mikoto frowned. We took in an abandoned boy when you ignored him, she said simply and spun on her heel to follow her sons home. Fugaku winced internally and made a mental note to berate his wife to never leave him alone with Minato and Kushina. I apologize for my family. We are under. Emotional turmoil and stress as one of our family members has left. We're a little out of line. Good day Lord Hokage. Then Fugaku quickly exited, ignoring Minato's call of Fugaku, wait. Kakashi. Minato barked. Yes, Hokage-sama. A dog masked Anbu dropped into the room. Please, go find my son. Your. Son. Kakashi raised an eyebrow behind his mask. Had he finally noticed? Yes, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Minato-sensei, I believe he goes by the name Naruto Uchiha now, Kakashi informed his Hokage. Minato's mouth dropped slightly before he composed himself. Please, Kakashi, go find Naruto. Minato's blue eyes pleaded with the stoic Anbu. Yes, Hokage-sama, Kakashi bit out reluctantly. He desperately did not want to bring his little brother back and hoped that he was doing this solo. Did I mention that Kakashi was like an older brother to the Uchiha boys? As in, Sasuke and Naruto. If I didn't, whatever, just keep reading. Thank you, Kakashi. You may leave. Minato smiled softly as his former student, but Kakashi did nothing to acknowledge the gesture as he left quite quickly. Minato. Did they? Take in our son. Kushina started tearing up. Minato didn't say anything. Naruto. Is Naruto gone? My son is gone, Kushina started sobbing. Kushina. Kushina, don't worry. I will get him back. I promise, Minato said softly, moving to embrace her. Will we? Will he even want to see us? Kushina asked tearfully. I promise I will bring Naruto home. Over the years that the Jinchuuriki had come together, each had quickly taken up their roles. Naruto, the second youngest, was the leader. Ara was his second in command and head advisor. Ujito was basically the mother of the group. She somehow managed to do everything a mother would and would kick up a mother hen fuss if anyone was hurt or sick. Yagura and Utakata were the battle strategists. Urumshai was the best night guard they could ever hope for, and Han and Utakata were the day guards. Utakata normally traveled in the bubbles above them and could see any incoming threat. Fyu, the youngest, was the information gatherer and was vital to the group. Pillar B was Naruto's third in command and advisor. Naruto-kun, Fyu called. Yes, Fyu. The blonde turned to her, smiling. Bad news. What is it, Fyu? Ujito came over to them, worry etched in her face. The group calling themselves the Akatsuki are out for the tailed beasts. They are hunting down Jinchuuriki so they can take them, Fyu answered seriously. Naruto's face turned serious. Akatsuki, huh? The new dawn. Not a bad name. What do you have on them? They are striving for world peace. They plan to achieve this by getting all the tailed beasts and using the power to cast the infinite Tsukiyomi, Fyu explained. The mate poofed out and appeared on Fyu's shoulder. It appears the leader is Nagato, but he calls himself Pain. He possesses the Rinnegan, the 6 paths of pain. Demei hesitated before mentally communicating with Fyu. Fyu, what is it? We need to know everything. Naruto locked eyes with the girl before him, telling her how serious the situation was. The green-haired girl spoke cautiously. Naruto, he's an Uzumaki, like you. The blonde's blue eyes hardened and his mouth formed a grim line. That's it. I'm researching everything on Nagato. Fyu, get Yagura and Utakata. They need to get a strategy against this. And I want you to dig deeper on the Akatsuki. Got it? Fyu nodded at Naruto's Kage voice. Naruto plopped in the chair at the head of the meeting table, Gaara on his right and Killer Bee on his left. Fyu, the tired blonde waved a hand at her to start. The 7-tailed Jinchuuriki took out a sheaf of papers and began talking. I've done some digging, and it turns out the Akatsuki originally began with a war orphan named Yahiko. He and his friends, Konan and Nagato, started the Akatsuki in hopes of bringing peace to the world. When the 3 friends were cornered by Danzo of the Leaf and Handsome of the Salamander, he had captured Konan and forced Nagato to kill Yahiko, or else Konan would die. Fyu bit her lip at everyone's faces. Shock, anger, worry, and thoughtfulness. Yahiko ran onto the blade, saving Konan and Nagato. Unfortunately. Nagato could not fully control his Rinnegan. He went over the edge and killed all the Leaf and Rain shinobi. The Akatsuki turned to the dark side after that, and Yahiko became one of the 6 paths of pain. Good job, Fyu, Naruto nodded his head as Fyu blushed lightly. Now, what I found about Nagato, the leader. He is an Uzumaki, like me. As Fyu already told you, he possesses the Rinnegan. He was trained by Jiraiya, the Toad Sage, one of the legendary Sannin and… my godfather. Nagato is currently attached to a Jito statue, which he is unable to leave. He could die if he is unattached to it, Naruto informed them all solemnly. Nagato and Konan literally fell apart after Yahiko's death. I believe that with Kurama's help, Nagato may be restored to full health and then he can try Rin rebirth. That jutsu can bring back the dead. The most likely reason Nagato hasn't tried this is because he could die if attempting this. Everyone nodded. How can Kurama help Nagato? Ujito asked. Kurama can give Nagato some of his chakra. According to my research, one of the 6 paths of pain can absorb chakra, Naruto explained. Good plan. But how do we know that they won't attack us? Yagura asked cautiously. Naruto gave a small smile. Would he really attack the last of his clan? Nagato, a blue-haired woman said softly. There are 9 people coming. Do they pose a threat? The red-haired man asked in a croaky voice. I don't think so. But, Nagato, they are Jinchuuriki, the woman said worriedly. Do they wish to die early? The man laughed humorlessly. Very well. Conan, go meet them. The woman looked at him in shock. But Nagato. No buts, Conan. I'll be fine. Nagato. Conan's amber eyes looked at him anxiously before relenting with a sigh. Once she was gone, Nagato raised his head and tipped it up. Ihiko. What would you think of us? How far we have come. Would you approve of this? Suddenly his Rinnegan eyes widened. This chakra. He thought, panicking. No, it can't be. It's not possible. Little sister is dead. This. Is it? Rumshai asked skeptically. Doesn't seem like much, does it? Han grunted in agreement. Hey, is that? Conan. Fu squinted her eyes at a figure that was coming towards them. Naruto moved his blue eyes onto the approaching woman. Are you Conan? Conan stopped as her eyes widened. He looked so much like Yahiko it hurt. He also had the aura of a leader, just like Yahiko. His voice radiated power, authority and confidence. But underneath it, Conan could hear kindness but also wariness. Yes. My name is Conan. Who are you? Conan chose her words carefully. My name is Naruto. State your purpose for being here. Do you wish to harm us or to join us? We wish to speak with only your leader. Conan narrowed her eyes. How do I know I can trust you? A small smile flitted across the blonde's lips. You are welcome to stay while I talk with your leader, he offered. Conan was still suspicious. Naruto heaved a small sigh. Alright then. I guess I can't keep it a secret. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I am of the same clan as your leader, Nagato Uzumaki. That did it for Conan. Oh. I'm sure Nagato would love to meet you, one of the last of your clan. Naruto smiled. Garrett, Fu, B, come with me. The rest of you, stay out here. The remaining Jinchuuriki started to protest, but Naruto shook his head. Too many will make them suspicious. We need to let them know they can trust us, he said in a low voice. Lead the way, Conan. Nagato, I've come with the visitors. They wish to speak with you. Bring them in. Naruto stepped in warily, looking around the dark room before his blue eyes rested on the red-haired man in the Jito statue. Who are you? Nagato's voice rose, immediately sensing his chakra. Why do you have my little sister's chakra? Naruto was taken aback at the sudden outburst, and Garrett, Fu and B instinctively stepped in front and beside him. It's alright, he breathed in their ears. Let me handle this. They reluctantly stepped back, but were still tensed and ready to attack and defend if needed. Nagato Uzumaki, am I correct? He said clearly. I ask you once more, who are you? Nagato growled. You're like my little sister. Would your little sister happen to be Kushina Uzumaki? Naruto asked softly. Yes. How do you know her? Naruto's blue eyes softened. She was my mother. She was my mother. The blonde boy's words rang in a shocked Nagato's head. And mother? He stuttered out. And no. That's not possible. Kushina died that day. The day I lost my parents. She was killed by the Leaf Shinobi. No, my mother was Kushina Uzumaki. Then where is she? Is she alive? Nagato's purple eyes were filled with hope. Naruto lowered his head, eyes were shadowed by his hair. She's alive. But I don't think she will be the same person you expect her to be. I ran away from my family for a reason. Nagato lowered his head slightly. I see. People can change over time. So, you are my nephew, I assume? You assume correctly, Uncle Nagato. Nagato couldn't help smiling as the boy addressed him with that title. It triggered a warm tingly feeling in him. But I am also a Jinchuuriki. Nagato frowned, his earlier happiness falling away. I don't want to kill you, Naruto. Can't the other Jinchuuriki suffice as another way? Uncle Nagato, my family is with the Jinchuuriki. I am the leader of the Jinchuuriki alliance. If you want to kill them, you'll have to kill me first. There was unwavering loyalty and confidence in Naruto's voice that greatly reassured the three Jinchuuriki in the base with him. They knew that no matter what, Naruto would always be there with them. No harm would come to them if Naruto could help it. Naruto. Nagato's eyes closed. You are just like Yahiko. You even look similar. One of your flaws is personal loyalty. Your other is recklessness, am I correct? His eyes opened. Naruto was smiling now. Yes, you are right. I can be reckless when it comes to ensuring the safety of my precious people. I will do anything to protect them. Your resolve is similar to mine, Nagato nodded in acknowledgement. I also wanted to protect my precious people, but then one of them was killed, and now I am forever bound to this Jito statue. Perhaps you can do better than I. There is a way you can restore yourself to health and also bring back Yahiko, Naruto said softly. What? Nagato hissed in disbelief. Your Rinnegan. It's on the abilities. Rin rebirth. You can make the dead live again. From your age, I would say you could bring back any dead corpse, Naruto explained. Nagato sighed. Naruto, I don't know if you have observed this, but if I do, I will most likely die. Then restore yourself to full health. Absorb some of the Kyuubi's chakra, Naruto said simply. Will it work? Nagato asked hoarsely. Naruto nodded before taking a running start towards the Jito statue. Konan, shocked, went to stop him, but Gari used his sand to stop her. Konan struggled helplessly against the sand, but one look at Nagato's face made her stop. Nagato wanted this. Naruto took a flying leap and landed on the top of the Jito statue. Boar, dog, bird, monkey, ram. Summoning jutsu. Kurama. Naruto slammed his hand on the Jito statue, and it trembled furiously before there was a poof of smoke and a red fox with 9 tails, about the height of Naruto when he was 12, appeared. Kurama, this is my uncle, Nagato. Can you give him some of your chakra? How much? The Kyuubi growled softly. 1 tail. Naruto looked hopefully at the oversized fox who rolled his eyes. 1 tail more than enough. I'll give him half a tail. I'll restore myself quicker anyhow if it's just half. Lazy fox, Naruto muttered from his perch. Then he said in a louder voice, if half is not enough, you are going to give him 1 full tail, you hear me? I hear you kid, I'm still inside of you, remember? This is only 5% of the real me, Kurama reminded his host as he once again rolled his eyes. Yes, whatever, just give him chakra already. Please. I'm working on it. The almighty Kyuubi smirked as he saw Naruto facep him. In rebirth, Nagato whispered as his hands were clasped together in front of him. His previously pale red hair was not a vibrant red, and his skin was filled out and firm. His bones did not stick out very noticeably, and he looked younger. Yahiko's body glowed slightly for a second before Yahiko's chest started rising and falling. Good job, uncle, Naruto murmured. Yahiko, can you hear me? Konan gently shook the orange-haired man, her amber eyes worried but hopeful. Noog. 5 more minutes mommy. Yahiko groaned long and loud. Everyone sweat dropped. Yahiko, you're in the Akatsuki base. You're alive. Wake up, your friends want to see you, Naruto poked the young man continuously. Yahiko swatted him away. Lem sleep longer. Naruto grew a tick mark. Hey. Yahiko. You've been sleeping long enough. Don't just brush me off like that. Wake up damn it. You big dummy. Oh Shut up kid. I wanna sleep. I barely slept at all, so would you kindly let me sleep peacefully? Yahiko shot upright and started yelling at Naruto, who had a giant tick mark. No. You've been sleeping for years. So get up and greet your friends. Nagato and Konan sweat dropped as they watched their previously dead friend and new nephew bicker with each other. Yahiko. Naruto. Please. Just be quiet, will you? Nagato asked. Gee uncle, you gotta discipline this guy. He's been friggin' dead for years and he still wants to sleep. Naruto glared at Yahiko. I'm telling ya, I wasn't dead. I was merely. Hey, are you a new member? Everyone facepumed. No you idiot. I'm Nagato's nephew. Get with the time. Naruto growled. Yahiko growled right back at him. All I remember is facing off with Hansm. Then Yahiko's face took on a panicky expression. Where's Konan? Is she okay? What about Nagato? He didn't use his Rinnegan, did he? Did I even die? I swear I ran myself on the kunai. What the hell is happening? Yahiko screamed. You realize you died and came back to life just now? Naruto sweat dropped. You're a bigger idiot than I am, and that's saying a lot. Oh, shut up kid. Yahiko huffed, pouting childishly. Naruto laughed and stuck out a hand to help him up. Welcome back to the land of the living, Yahiko. My name's Naruto Uzumaki, Nagato's nephew. I'm also the 9-tailed Jinchuuriki. Yahiko nodded. Yahiko, founder of the Akatsuki and friends with Nagato and Konan. Nice to meet you Naruto Uzumaki. Hokage-sama. Threat to Konoha. The Hokage's office door was thrown open by a frantic Anbu. Isame Hashigaki, one of the 7 ninja swordsmen, is here. He claims he belongs to the group called the Akatsuki and they are going to capture the Jinchuuriki. What? Minato stood up. Call Kushina and Natsumi. Quickly. A few minutes later, both female Redeeds appeared in the office, one pale-faced, whilst the other was just confused. Daddy. The little girl cried, rushing into her father's arms. Natsumi. Minato sighed in relief, hugging his daughter tightly. Kushina, you're alright. I'm fine, Kushina said shakily, going over to her husband and accepting his embrace. Minato nodded before calling, Anbu. Dog dropped into the room. Yes, Hokage-sama. What's the update? Isame Hashigaki is steadily overpowering our forces. We believe there is only one group that can stop the Akatsuki. One person alone from that group could easily take on someone like Isame Hashigaki, Dog reported. Alright. Send a message to them and ask them to help us defeat the Akatsuki. Minato ordered. Yes, Hokage-sama. Konoha is asking for our help. Naruto blinked owlishly, his mind not fully comprehending what his spy, Fu, was telling him. Yeah. So are we. Fu trailed off uncertainly. Naruto shook his head. Depends on the enemy. If it's something trivial like a village in fear of war, absolutely not. It's the Akatsuki. Naruto's blue eyes snapped open, stormy and furious. Let's go. They will not lay a hand on my sister. Not if I can help it. Knowing Minato, he's probably put up reinforcements everywhere. A soft smile crossed his lips. And I would like to see my non-biological family again. He thought wistfully of his family in everything but blood, his mother, his father, his brothers. How he hoped the Uchiha clan elders did not plan another coup d'etat. He wouldn't be able to save them this time. Fu, tell everybody to get their cloaks. See if they are willing to come with me to the hidden village of the leaves. No need. Naruto whipped around and saw his Jinchuuriki family standing behind him, smiling. Their navy blue cloaks with their respective numbers on the back, like Gaara's number would be 1 since he is the one-tailed Jinchuuriki, drawn around them. They had little pouches on their belts for kunai, shuriken and other essentials, like Gaara's sand. You'll really go with me? Naruto was surprised. Of course, Yujito smiled. We'll go with you anywhere and everywhere. You're our leader. We can't let you go off on your own. Wouldn't be much of a family, would we? Yagura smiled, stepping forward and handing Naruto and Fu their cloaks. Thanks guys, Naruto smiled before swirling the cloak around his shoulders. Uncle Nagato, Yahiko, Konan, are you staying here? Or coming with us to Konoha? Naruto called over. 3 figures popped out, wearing black versions of the cloaks and a red cloud in place of the number. We're coming with you, Yahiko stretched, yawning. It would be nice to see Jiraiya-sensei again, Nagato stated in his low, monotone that was scarily similar to Gaara's. Well then, let's go. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we? Shut up. We'll be there in 5 minutes. Sheesh, stop being so annoying. I'm not annoying. Then shut up. That's not nice. Both of you, be quiet. Silence. Are we there yet? No. I rest my case. Hey. Stop being mean. I'm not being. We're here so shut up and be good Jinchuuriki, the leader interrupted, a tick mark emerging. Yagura, Fu, is the only thing you ever do is bicker. A blonde with a navy cape with the number 2 on its side. No, they chimed happily. Sasuke. Their leader murmured, gazing up at the figure on a grassy cliff. He had his hands in his pockets, gazing at the ground mindlessly, a sad look on his face as the moon shone brightly above, a breeze blowing through. The young Uchiha had a forehead protector. The figure with the one cloak came up and put a hand on his shoulder. I'm sorry Naruto, but you've got to hold off your reunion until we meet with the Hokage. No, it's alright. I understand. As the leader of the Jinchuuriki alliance, I have to fulfill my duties. Let's go meet Minato Namikaze. A knock on the door startled Natsumi awake as her parents leapt to their feet defensively. It's alright, Minato-sensei. It's the Jinchuuriki alliance, Dog said calmly, dropping down from the ceiling above them. Minato relaxed slightly. Come in. Hokage-sama, the leader greeted. Minato nodded in acknowledgement. You called for our help. Yes. The Akatsuki are threatening Konoha. My daughter, Natsumi, is the Jinchuuriki of the 9 tails. May I ask, if you are the Jinchuuriki alliance, are you all Jinchuuriki? Minato took a seat behind his desk. Yes, Hokage-sama. We are all Jinchuuriki. If you want us to go up against the Akatsuki, it would be suicidal, the leader said in a monotone. Minato bit his lip. Would you consider taking in my daughter? No. The answer was abrupt and blunt. Quite unusual, and Minato was quite taken aback from the tone. And may I ask why? She's a Jinchuuriki, is she not? Minato's stress over the past few years of trying to find his son and now the threat of the Akatsuki was getting to him and he felt anger steadily rising. She is not a Jinchuuriki. Old politeness had completely disappeared from the leader's voice and instead, it was a flat blunt tone. A Jinchuuriki is someone who has a tailed beast inside of them. Your daughter has only the chakra. Therefore she is not a Jinchuuriki. Your son, however, is the true Jinchuuriki of the 9 tails, as he holds the soul. You, of all people, should know that you cannot wield a beast's chakra without the soul. Minato turned pale. Would you happen to know where my son is? He asked shakily. You're talking to him. 3 pairs of eyes widened. Then Naruto. Asachi. Naruto Nai-san. The leader and his group pulled off their hoods, revealing Gaara of the desert, Yujito Nai from the cloud, Yagura of the mist, Rumshai of the lava release, Han of the boil release, Uchikata of the bubbles, sorry, couldn't think of anything better XD, Fu of the waterfall, Killer Bee of the cloud. And Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze of the Leaf. Why call me your son or your big brother? I am neither. I am my own person, Naruto of the Jinchuuriki Alliance, Naruto announced. Up is his expression when defying them. At that moment, his family realized something. No matter how much they wanted him back, Naruto was no longer their son or big brother. He had severed his ties with his family. Naruto landed softly on the grass behind Sasuke. He hadn't moved from his position since the last time Naruto saw him. Sasuke. The young Uchiha spun around, a kunai in his hand, face level, onyx eyes narrowed suspiciously. Who are you? Relax, Ki. Naruto smiled at his brother's reflexes. Who are you? Only one person can call me that. Sasuke gritted out, his eyes spinning into a two-tomo Sharinnegan. So. He's awoken his Sharinnegan. He's grown up well. Aloud, he said, honestly, is that the way to greet your brother who finally comes back? Sasuke froze and his eyes widened as the breeze knocked back the figure's hood, revealing blonde spikes, kind blue eyes, 3 whisker marks on each cheek, and a smiling mouth. Imagine a young Minato smiling. Then Naruto. I've come back home, Sasuke. The young Uchiha flipped away the kunai in one swift movement and barreled forward, flinging himself on his brother, tears trickling down his cheeks silently. Naruto laughed as he embraced his brother in everything but blood. You become a crybaby these years I'm gone. Naruto teased lightly. No, you idiot. I just. Missed you so much, Sasuke admitted. Naruto considered telling him that he wasn't here to stay, but he didn't want to burst his brother's bubble. He kept silent and they stood there for a good 5 minutes. How do we tell mom, dad and Itachi Nai? Sasuke wiped away his tears roughly and an evil smirk came to his lips. I have got the perfect plan. Sasuke. Fugaku. Itachi. I'm home. Mikoto Uchiha called. In the kitchen. A cheerful voice answered her. And no. Could it? Mikoto froze in the doorway before dropping her grocery bags and flying, quite literally, into the kitchen. The blonde boy looking remarkably like a carbon copy of Minato, stood in the kitchen, cooking quite calmly. He turned around and smiled at her. Welcome home, mother. Mother. He thinks of me as his mother. Mikoto's heart pounded quickly in her chest as she saw the boy who was like her third son, smiling warmly at her. He had grown up finally and was quite a handsome young man. I see you went grocery shopping. Naruto's eyes sparkled with amusement as he noticed the abandoned grocery bags by the door. I need some help. Naruto yelled. There was a scuffle, a bang and heavy pounding footsteps before a rumpled Sasuke appeared by the kitchen door. What? He huffed. Naruto pointed to the door. Groceries? Sasuke groaned before hauling himself to the door and dragging the bags back. Then come back to help me chop the veggies. Naruto yelled as he stirred the pot. Get Yujito to help you. She's at the hotel cooking for the others. Ugh, why me? Because you're my brother. And you should let mom relax once in a while. Naruto shouted. What is going on here? The thundering voice of one Fugaku Uchiha echoed throughout the immediately silent house. Naruto and Sasuke were twitching, as if they were trying to keep from laughing. Mikoto looked worried. Itachi suddenly burst into the house, a panicky look on his face. That did it. Sasuke and Naruto burst out laughing and fell on the floor writhing, clutching their stomachs as tears came out. Did you? See. Their faces, Sasuke priceless. I'm dying. Laughter. Oh Sasuke. When you suggested this. I never imagined. Their reactions. Would be this funny. Naruto managed to gasp out between laughs. I know. Right, I told you. This would be. The perfect way. To announce your home. Sasuke shrieked, crying with laughter. What in the world? And Naruto. Fugaku came down from his office, face thunderous, but it quickly softened. Are you? Finally back. Hello father, Naruto grinned, getting up from the floor, still wheezing slightly with laughter. Sorry if we interrupted your work. Sasuke and I were. Cooking in the kitchen. I suppose when we started bickering, everyone's faces was just too much, Naruto explained, grinning widely. Naruto. So you're actually back. Right. Itachi stared wide-eyed at his little brother. Naruto rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. Well, yeah, but. He was quickly cut off when 3 figures rushed at him faster than he could see and engulfed him in a tight hug. Don't go away ever again, Mikoto whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks. You're our son. We love you, and that means we worry about you too, Fugaku said gruffly, tightening his hold on the blonde boy. At least let us know where you are and if you're okay, Itachi muttered, gently scolding his brother. Sasuke stood back and surveyed his family. They were all happy now. Now that Naruto was back, his family was whole again. His father would stop being short-tempered, his mother would stop getting depressed, and his brother would start talking more again. In the tight embrace, Naruto closed his eyes and smiled. This is a family. Thank you Sasuke, Itachi, Mikoto, Fugaku. For giving me your love. Naruto. Gaara burst through the Uchiha's house. Fuu's missing. What? Naruto jerked up from his chair sharply. Gaara, where are the others? Looking for Fuu. Yujito stayed behind in case Fuu came back, Gaara explained in a rush, his breath coming in short pants. Naruto growled softly in response. Excuse me, guys. I need to go look for my friends, he smiled tightly at his family at the dinner table. Good luck, Naruto, Mikoto said gently. Itachi, Sasuke, Fugaku, why don't you help him? Yeah, thanks, Naruto said distractedly. I need to go. Okay. We'll head out to the village, you and your friend can to the forest. Cool. Sasuke looked anxiously at his friend. Perfect. Thanks for helping out. No problem. 1 hour time skip. Bad news. Phew. You're okay. Naruto sighed in relief. Why yeah. She muttered, burying her face in his chest. But. Rumshai. Naruto stiffened. Rumshai. What happened to him? Phew didn't answer. Yagura. What happened to old man Rumshai? Naruto demanded. Yagura looked away. It was the Akatsuki. They took Phew. And they were gonna extract her beast from her. That's when we came in. Phew was already in this. Chakra cloud. Rumshai pushed her out of the way and Son Goku got extracted instead. Naruto froze. Old man Rumshai. I'm sorry. Phew gripped his shirt as tears soaked through. I'm sorry I was so weak I got captured. It's okay, Naruto muttered. Come on, let's get you to Yujito. Phew nodded wordlessly and followed him to the hotel room where an anxious Yujito was waiting. The journey was heavy with tense silence. Naruto was thinking about the man he considered a grandfather. Old man Rumshai. He thought, remembering his great grin. You sacrificed yourself for Phew. Is this? What it means to be Jinchuuriki? That risks are made by every corner you turn. Is this what it means to be a shinobi? Phew. What happened to you? Yujito cried, running over to her. Phew kept her head down, eyes shining with tears as she hid behind Naruto. Naruto, what happened? Rumshai. And she understood. As much as she felt like running to her room to cry, she pulled herself together and looked over the second youngest member, assessing her wounds. I see. Come here, Phew, Yujito clucked soothingly. Phew wordlessly obeyed. Naruto, tell me what you know. Please. Yujito asked quietly, taking him aside into her room after she fixed up Phew. It was the Akatsuki. They took Phew. Everyone went after him while Gaara came to get me at the Uchiha compound. Then after an hour of searching, Yagura and Phew came back. And they said that Rumshai. Sacrificed himself for Phew since the Akatsuki were extracting Chimei from her. Yujito's hair hid her eyes. Then that means. None of us are safe. If the Akatsuki got so close to Phew and they got Son Goku, none of us are safe at all. At any minute they could take any one of us. Yujito. Naruto narrowed his eyes sadly. The blonde female Jinchuuriki couldn't help but clutch at the taller blonde shirt. I don't want anyone else to die. Naruto, as much as I don't want to say this, but. I'm scared. Naruto, I'm scared. Scared of dying, scared of losing everyone else. Yujito, Naruto sighed and put a comforting hand on her back. Yujito, it's okay. I'll do my best to protect everybody, I promise. Yujito said nothing, but Naruto could feel that her chakra was calming down. I promise I will protect everyone. And I swear, even if there is just one last person remaining, the Akatsuki will get them only over my dead body. Gaara, what actually happened that day? Gaara would normally ignore the question that kept coming at the back of his head. What happened that day? He didn't want to remember. It was too painful. He wouldn't say a word. He promised himself that. There was no way he would ever try to remember or tell anybody, even if they begged him. It was just. Way too hard. Gaara. Naruto screamed as he crashed into the cave. Gaara was suspended in air by a blue chakra cloud, red chakra streaming steadily out of his eyes and mouth. The next thing Gaara knew, he was thumping harshly on the ground and as he looked up, he saw his worst nightmare. Naruto was in that chakra cloud instead of him, with Kurama being extracted. Gaara, you stay down. A firm voice stopped Gaara was rushing in and saving his friend. B. Filler B didn't look back down at the redeed. Look Gaara, Naruto loves you like a brother. He promised Yujito that if he failed to protect everyone, then the only way the Akatsuki would get the last member was over his dead body. He sacrificed himself for you. Now I need to go try save him, that reckless brat. But B. Gaara started to protest, but was silenced by B's look. Gaara, we might not survive. But you will. Get away from here as fast as you can. And my final words to you as an older brother and former partner in Naruto crime is, live your life to the fullest and continue our legacy. Those were Killer B's last words. His tone was serious, and he wasn't rapping. Come to think of it, B hadn't rapped much after Yujito's death. Gaara could only watch helplessly as both Jiki and Kurama were extracted from their respective hosts. After that, Gaara only watched as the two bodies crashed to the ground. The Akatsuki members left, not caring about the One-Tails, as they already had more than what they needed. Later, Naruto managed to say his final goodbye to Gaara before dying in the sobbing Ritide's arms. Gaara. A woman's voice brought him back to the reality. The Fourth Shinobi War. If only the rest of the Jinchuuriki alliance was here, they'd have the upper hand. But he, the Jinchuuriki of the One-Tailed Raccoon and the Fifth Kazekage, was the sole survivor of that powerful group. Everyone else had their beasts extracted from them and in the process, had died. Even Killer B and Naruto. They had sacrificed themselves for him. Gaara, Fifth Kazekage and Jinchuuriki to the Ichibi, Madara cackled madly. Say hello to some old friends. The Ritide's eyes widened as 8 people stepped in. Vegito Nai, his big sister. Yagura, his partner in reality. Shai, his grandfather. Pan, his big brother. Uchikata, his best friend. Yu, his little sister. Killer B, his partner in crime. And finally, Naruto Uzumaki, his leader, greatest friend and brother in everything but blood. The deceased members of the Jinchuuriki alliance. And Naruto. Gaara felt a whirlpool of emotions. He was so happy to see his friends again, but at the same time, he felt guilt and sadness at his inability, which led to Naruto and B's untimely deaths. He heard Tsunade gasp from behind him. He unconsciously clutched at the necklace Naruto had given him when he was still alive. It was very precious to him. Gaara still remembered the day that everyone received a necklace of their own. It was a week after Fu had been rescued from the Akatsuki. Naruto had retreated into his room and hadn't come out at all. Okay everyone, gather round. Naruto shouted from his room, finally coming out. He looked horrible. His face was deathly pale and he had bags under his eyes. He was smiling a tired but satisfied smile. Are you okay, Naruto? Yujito asked worriedly. Naruto waved off her concern with a smile. I'm fine. I developed this jewel. Promise me you'll never take it off. He passed around the necklaces, which had a single multicolored jewel, starting from orangey pink to light purplish blue, and then finally, a semi-clear blue. It was wrapped by a netting, which connected to a black string that was the necklace. What is it? What does it do? Yagura inspected it, an excited gleam in his eyes. It's kind of like a tracking and transporting device. Just hold it tightly, think of a person or place, and add chakra to it. Then you will be transported to the person or the place. To transport others, you have to hold on to them before transporting. Sound okay? Nice. Thanks, kid. B exclaimed. But so no one gets lost again, Naruto smiled tiredly. But one more thing. You can only transport to places when they have this jewel on, so transportation is limited only to us and your rooms, where I will hang an extra necklace. So promise me, never take those necklaces off. We promise. They all chorused. Gaara held the jewel so tightly it hurt, but he ignored the pain. Naruto worked so hard on the necklaces, and now they were useless. Their base was in ruins after the Akatsuki attacked, and he was the only one left of the Jinchuuriki alliance. There was nowhere and no one he could transport to. He kept it only as a memory of the happy times he shared with his family. The reanimated Naruto suddenly rushed forward, fist drawn back as he added chakra to it, pushing it forward as it connected to Gaara's midsection, knocking his breath away. The blonde did a low sweep, attempting to knock Gaara to the floor, but the Kazekage quickly jumped over the leg, recovering from the earlier blow. Naruto, wake up. Gaara cried desperately. I don't want to hurt you. Naruto ignored him and they engaged in a taijutsu battle. Yujito, B. Stop it. The Rikage, shouted as he dodged Yujito's continuous lashes and narrowly avoiding B's jabs with his multiple swords. He didn't want to fight them. One was his cousin and the other his younger brother. It was understandable. Yagura. Uchikata. Please, snap out of it. Mei, the Mizukage, cried. She was jumping backwards to avoid her childhood friend's attacks, trying to get them back to normal. Every Kage was being relentlessly attacked by one or two Jinchuuriki. Naruto, please. Wake up. Gaara shouted, leaning to the right to avoid a flying kunai, followed by 4 shuriken. I know you can fight this. Get out of his control. Please Naruto, come back. The other Kage were shouting similar things in desperate attempts to make their Jinchuuriki stop attacking them. Ha! Your beloved Jinchuuriki can't hear you. They are under my control and mine alone. You cannot bring them back to you, no matter how hard you try. Obito sneered. You bastard. A growled. Gar glared. Trying never hurt anybody. And we're not going to give up that easily. Just like Naruto never did. The last part was said softly, but everyone still heard it. If you won't give up, then fine. Your funeral. Susanoo Amaterasu. Madara yelled, and a blue giant rose from the earth. Black flames burst from nothing, and they raced steadily towards the Kage and the motionless Jinchuuriki. What now? Inoki gritted his teeth. Gara bit his lip, staring with glassy eyes at his best friend who stood before him, eyes blank of emotion. He clutched the jewel so tightly it cut into his palm. He remembered all the moments that helped him when he was most alone. Hey there. My name's Naruto Uzumaki. What about you? Naruto's grinning face, friendly personality and kind, wisdom-filled words were portrayed like a black and white TV, with continuously fizzing static. I just want to make a place where people like us, Jinchuuriki, can call home. A place to come to after a mission. So no one will have to be alone. Here, these'll make sure no one gets lost too much again. We Jinchuuriki need to stick together, because only we can know and understand the pain of the burden we bear. There's always gonna be another mountain, and we're the ones who'll make it move. It's always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes we're gonna have to lose. It's not about how fast we get there, it's not about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Alright. And Naruto pushed him out of the way. Getting his beast extracted instead. Look Gaara, Naruto loves you like a brother. He sacrificed himself for you. I'm gonna try help him, that reckless brat. Live on for us, Gaara. Continue the alliance's legacy. Pillar B's last words before he joined Naruto to stop Gaara from getting killed. Gaara. Naruto coughed out some blood as he lay in the Rikide's arms. Make sure. To move on from our deaths. Be who you are. Laugh, smile with your loved ones. Gaara wanted to protest. He never wanted to laugh or smile again. It would be a sign that he had forgotten, and that would be disrespectful. Naruto always seemed to read his mind. Gaara, laughing doesn't make bad things worse, any more than crying makes them better. It doesn't mean that you don't care, or that you've forgotten. It just means you're human. Even as he was dying, Naruto wanted to make sure Gaara would be alright without him. Remember, you are never truly alone. Ever. Naruto's last words. The blonde died in a sobbing Gaara's arms. Tears streamed down the young Kazekage's face as he gripped the jewel so hard blood dripped down from his wound, caused by the jewel digging deeper. Naruto. He screamed in anguish, a plea for help. In the walls of black flames, a certain blonde's eyes widened at the voice in shock. Okami, please don't let it be. Gaara. Gaara was quite literally breaking down as he sobbed uncontrollably, holding onto his necklace as if it was his lifeline. Jinchuuriki Alliance. Tailed Beast Chakra Dome. Beautifully harmonized voices chanted in perfect unison, and a golden dome made purely of chakra alone surrounded the 5 Kage. As the fire eventually died down, due to Madara calling it away, they looked up and gasped when they saw what was by the barrier of the dome. Standing there with stony, emotionless faces were the 8 Jinchuuriki in a large circle. Chakra tubes glowing yellow connected the palms. Their eyes were burning with fiery determination, the only emotion that could be seen. They had woken up and protected them. The tube of yellow chakra receded into each respective Jinchuuriki, and the dome came back down to the ground. The blonde woman in blue ran towards them and hugged Gaara tightly. Are you okay, Gaara? We heard you screaming. You're not hurt, are you? Wait, what am I saying? You're covered in wounds. And is that a cut from the edge of a Rasen Shuriken, Naruto? What? The blonde boy replied lazily. Vegeta rolled her eyes before resuming a mother hen fuss over the stunned Rikide. Who the hell is looking after you? Don't you dare tell me no one is, because that is utter bull. She muttered incomprehensible. Words and healing him with her medical ninjutsu. Why Vegeta ni-chan? Gaara whispered. Ew, that was so gooey. A green-haired girl complained, rubbing her left arm, but a happy spark was in her amber eyes. Oh, stop complaining, Phew. Phew pouted at a young boy with wispy, light brown hair, magenta eyes and a stitch across the left side of his face. Why Yagura? Mei whispered faintly, in both shock and hope. So what now? The brunette boy asked, seemingly not hearing the Mizukage. Naruto rolled his eyes. Squirt, look. In. Front. Of. You. He emphasized as he twisted and irritated Yagura's head around. Don't call me Squirt, Ruto. It ain't nice. I'm older than you know. Yagura yelled. He immediately slapped a hand over his mouth as everyone stared at him. Did you just say? You know, Naruto asked slowly. Yagura groaned. I spent way too much time with you. No, SHT, Sherlock, Naruto said dryly. Shut up. Yagura glared. Children, don't fight, please, Uchikata said calmly, coming over. Who are you calling a child? You're the same age as us, you know. The two boys retorted. Again, Uchikata yelled. Quit saying, you know. I can't help it. I'll make you stop saying it. Boys. Yujito thundered, sending them a piercing glare over her shoulder. Play nicely or I'll make you. She threatened. Yes ma'am, they sulked. But boys. They just looked at her with deadpan faces. May, Anoki and Tsunade sweat dropped. They were completely ignoring them. And were they always this childish? Naruto Koon View called. If you haven't noticed, I think we're in war. Oh, hell yeah. Naruto grinned, jumping up from his sulking corner with Yagura and Uchikata. I've been itching for an actually challenging fight ever since we broke out of that damn jutsu. Let's go, Jinchuuriki. Yeah. They all replied as one, standing confidently with their leader. Madara Uchiha, huh? You brought us back. I suppose we should thank you, since you quite literally gave us our lives back, Yagura smirked. Stop being so formal, Yagura-kun. Fu scolded, slapping his arm. Oh, don't bother. Naruto's arms were folded behind his head. Formality is practically drilled into his brain. Yagura scoffed. You could do some manners yourself. Naruto faked a gasp. Yagura. I'm wounded. Yagura just smirked in arrogant triumph. Naruto gawked. Why Yagura? You just smirked, and Uchiha smirk. The one that shouts out to the world, I have a 10-foot metal rod up my ass. What? Yagura flipped out. Yep. Spent way too much time together, Uchikata deadpanned. Are you an Uchiha in disguise? What did you do to the real Yagura? Naruto started poking him continuously. Ow, hey. Stop it, I am the real Yagura. Stop it Naruto. Yagura pushed him away. Will you boys grow up, get serious, this is war. All the Jinchuuriki, minus Gaara, screamed at them, making all the Kage, Gaara included, sweat drop. Or? Really? Naruto looked surprised. Everyone had a deadpan, are you serious? Look on their faces. Then what are we waiting for? Let's get going and kick ass. Finally, Yujito sighed. So, how do you feel about being back? Remembering your past life and the pains it brought you because of your burden, Madara smirked. But inside he was truly curious. You wanna know, yo? You gotta fight, bro. Everyone either sweat dropped or groaned at B's awful rapping skills. As awful as B put it, he's right. You fight and we'll tell. Fu smirked cockily. Don't get cocky, Naruto warned. Plan, Naruto? Han asked in his deep voice. Yagura, your Aquamira jutsu is first up. Fu, follow with your hiding and scale dust technique. Yujito, well he's blinded, slash at vital points. Then, Rimshai and Han, do your combo attack Wachimakala Thinji. After they're done, Uchikata will trap him in a bubble. Okay with you guys. Got it? They chorused. But do we really have to do this so plainly? Killer B asked in a mischievous tone. We gotcha, Naruto grinned. Let's see. There's only one that's fitting right now, Naruto looked around. You thinking what I'm thinking? Their eerie grins answered his question. Alright, you just sit back and enjoy the show, Naruto grinned at the redeed. You too, Yujito smiled at him. We are so psyched for this battle. Fu pumped her fist. You can say that again. Let's go and show M what the Jinchuuriki alliance can do. Yeah. While we fight, why don't we tell him what it's like to be a Jinchuuriki? Uchikata suggested. They all got a gleeful look in their eyes. You thinking what I'm thinking? Naruto grinned. Yeah. Then let's go. Madara quickly blocked a harsh punch from the blonde, who started them off. And from here on out, what the Jinchuuriki are doing will be emboldened. ANS are underlined and in brackets. Do you ever feel like breaking down? Do you ever feel out of place? Like somehow you just don't belong? And no one understands you? Naruto twisted his body and kicked off Madara, so he shot back to his comrades. Do you ever want to run away? Do you lock yourself in your room? With the radio on turned up so loud. No one hears you screaming. Yagura shrugged at their looks and charged with his staff poised to strike. No, you don't know what it's like. When nothing feels alright. You don't know what it's like to be like me. Fu ran alongside Naruto, who winked at the rest of the Jinchuuriki. Then they all started on the chorus as they started their Jinchuuriki combo attack. To be hurt. The harsh kick from above by Naruto. To feel lost. 2 precise slashes from Yujito that broke his armor away. To be left out in the dark. Naruto did the hand sign for Shadow Clone Jutsu. To be kicked when you're down. They, Naruto's clones, all had a Rasengan in their hands. To feel like you've been pushed around. To be on the edge of breaking down and no one's there to save you. No, you don't know what it's like. Welcome to my life. Naruto gave a nod to Yagura and he flashed through some hand signs before pointing his staff at Madara, shouting, "Aquamira Jutsu. Do you want to be somebody else? Are you sick of feeling so left out? Are you desperate to find something more before your life is over?" As his jutsu took effect, Fu immediately started weaving hand signs, hiding in scale dust technique. Are you stuck inside a world you hate? Are you sick of everyone around? But their big fake smiles and stupid lies, while deep inside you're bleeding. Madara, through his haze of pain and healing and reformation, could reflect on those words. When he lost Izuna. He was stuck inside a world he hated. Maybe he and these Jinchuuriki were more alike than either one realized. No, you don't know what it's like when nothing feels alright. You don't know what it's like to be like me. How ironic, Madara thought smilingly, though his outside exterior was expressionless. I told Hashirama that he would never know what I felt like unless he killed either himself or his younger brother. But these kids have understood exactly how I felt, but with another situation. To be hurt. To feel lost. To be left out in the dark. Gaara shuddered slightly when unpleasant memories of assassination attempts every night and other awful things that came in the package of being born a Jinchuuriki resurfaced. To be kicked when you're down. To feel like you've been pushed around. To be on the edge of breaking down and no one's there to save you. Minato, Kushina and Natsumi suddenly appeared as Tsunade had thrown a Hiraishin kunai. They came in time to catch that last verse, and their eyes glazed over with tears, guilt welling inside them as they had never been there for their son brother. Never. Not once. No, you don't know what it's like. Welcome to my life. Somehow, the attacking frenzy slowed down, all Jinchuuriki minus Han and Rumshai backed away. Taking a deep breath, Rumshai shouted, "Lava release." Scorching steam rock technique. Multiple balls of packed mud lit on fire shot towards Madara, who, strangely, was not moving. Han encased himself with an armor of steam and started to attack Madara with his vicious taijutsu. No one ever lied straight to your face and no one ever stabbed you in the back. You might think I'm happy, but I'm not gonna be okay. Minato's, Kushina's, Natsumi's and Gaara's eyes widened. Was Naruto. Never actually happy? Was it just a mask? Of course they all thought he was happy, he was always smiling and laughing with his friends. But for all those years, was Naruto actually happy? His biological family knew that he hadn't been happy before, but they thought he was a lot happier with his friends. Gaara thought similarly. Everybody always gave you what you wanted, you never had to work, it was always there. Natsumi wanted to cry. It was true, everything she wanted, it was always there. Her parents, the villagers. They gave her everything she could want and more. But Naruto never got anything. You don't know what it's like, what's it's like. To be hurt. To feel lost. To be left out in the dark. To be kicked when you're down. To feel like you've been pushed around. To be on the edge of breaking down and no one's there to save you. Rumshai and Han backed off when Naruto walked forward, his Jinchuuriki Alliance members following him in a triangle formation. Jinchuuriki Alliance. Biju mode. He shouted. No, you don't know what it's like. To be hurt. To feel lost. To be left out in the dark. Once all the Jinchuuriki had morphed into strange transformations, they all formed a semicircle and simultaneously opened their mouths as chakras started to pull together. Pretend their Biju forms are like Naruto's cloak of chakra, different colors, and their Biju is there in a form of chakra, like when Naruto used Kurama to pull out the chakra rods in all the Biju. To be kicked when you're down. To feel like you've been pushed around. But the gasp, the Kage and the other witnesses realized. They were preparing for Madara's end. After all, no one could stand after being hit directly from a Biju bomb formed by the 9 Biju simultaneously. To be on the edge of breaking down and no one's there to save you. No, you don't know what it's like. Welcome to my life. As that mammoth Biju bomb was fired, Madara closed his eyes and a peaceful expression stole across his face. This. Is the end. Naruto. Minato murmured. The blonde teen turned around slowly, his cerulean eyes glaring. Before they snapped closed and his mouth stretched into a sunny beam. Yo. Wasp. He grinned cheekily as his friends facepumed. Since when did you greet your family so happily? Yujito grumbled under her breath. How are you here? Natsumi asked numbly. We were summoned, little girl, Yagura flipped her off. She grew a tick mark. I am not a little girl. And I was talking about how did you break out of the reanimation is like. Living, breathing people, you were dead for crying out loud. They all looked at each other. You know what? Naruto said slowly. I think we've forgotten how we did it. Everyone facepumed. So. Is the Jinchuuriki Alliance back? Mei asked hesitantly after they got over their reactions to the dumb reply. The 8 of them just huddled together and started whispering. Yep, totally not suspicious at all. Are you done yet? A grunted out. Yep, Naruto nodded. As an answer to your question, we aren't back yet. What do you mean? Gaara blurted out. Naruto turned to him and his eyes softened. So, you've become the Kazekage. In that case. We'll be going this alone. What? Kushina looked worried. Few answered her. There is another that has to be defeated. I don't think anyone else is ready or strong enough to defeat her. If she isn't gone and sealed for good, she will attack and cast the infinite Tsukiyomi. The shinobi world as we know it will be thrust into a deep sleep, where each and every one of you will be cast into a world where your greatest desires come true. I think I did it correctly. Everyone considerably paled. All the more reason for me to come with you. Gaara argued. Naruto shook his head. You're the Kazekage. You have Suna to look after. They would be devastated after the war. Gaara looked torn. But you need 9 warriors. You only have 8. A slow smile spread across Naruto's face. There is one more person who can actually keep up in a spar with me. The Jinchuuriki looked disbelieving. There wasn't anyone who could keep up with their leader for more than 30 seconds. Boo. You don't have to know. For now, we should get moving, right? Naruto looked over to Fu who nodded. It was crucial they left as quickly as possible so that they might return home faster. They were about sprout wings to shoot off when a mischievous grin on a certain blonde boy's matched a certain brunette boy's and a certain Kumo rapper's. Ichikata groaned. No, not that. Please anything but that. Wah. Fu furrowed her brow. Taking a deep breath, the 3 of them simultaneously sprouted wings and shot up into the air, singing, or rather screaming, thanks for coming to see our show. Sad to tell you we got to go. Grab your hat and head for the door. In case you didn't notice there ain't any more. If you like our show tell Evrian but. If you think it stinks keep your big mouth shut. We're glad you came but we have to shout. Adios. Yagura shouted. Au revoir, Killer Bee rapped. Budursahin, Naruto cried dramatically. They shouted in unison. Goodbye, get lost, get out. Laughing and whooping like madmen, the 3 of them sped off into the night, leaving the 5 extremely irritated Jinchuuriki to chase after them, all the while yelling, "Get back here you 3. What did you think you were doing? Show-offs." And all they got in reply was, "Ha ha 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 ha, you're just jealous you didn't get to take part in that. Bwahahahaha. Naruto. Killer Bee. Yaguraya. We'll kill you." Staring after the screaming group of Jinchuuriki, the Kage and the one Jinchuuriki left behind let out a quiet sigh of disappointment. They weren't back yet, but they would be. Hopefully. Gaara just tired to fight back his tears of being left behind, again. Why was fate so cruel to him? Why couldn't he be back and in action with his friend's family? Would he be replaced now he was Kazekage? As screams of anger and laughter echoed through the still night air, 2 redeeds and 2 blondes whispered, "Don't go. Please. Hey, Naruto-kun. What is it, Fu? How are we going to defeat Kaguya?" The 8 stopped flying abruptly. Absolutely no one had thought of this. Okay, well what information do we have on her? Yujito asked, frowning thoughtfully as her forehead creased. She is the mother of NaruMulti, the sage of 6 paths. She used to be the guardian of the god tree and has the power to erase memories, Fu explained. Kaguya was the first being to wield chakra as she committed taboo by eating the fruit of the god tree. With her new powers, she single-handedly finished the war that had been raging on for a while. Because of this, she was worshipped and known as the Rabbit Goddess. However, Kaguya lost faith in humanity and eventually caved into corruption by the power she held, even as she sought for world peace. Okay first. We forgot about the 9th warrior, Uchikata raised an eyebrow at Naruto who coughed awkwardly. Yeah wait for me. Everyone facepalmed before watching their leader fly down at a sharp angle and then swoop back up with something on his back. What the hell? Put me down. The thing yelled. No can do brother. Naruto replied cheerfully. Wait. Ruto. Hey Sasuke. What do you say about helping us save the world? Yes. No. Well too bad, you're coming along anyway. Let's go people. The hyperactive knucklehead screamed before zooming off. How gave him sugar? Yujito asked flatly. Everyone shrugged. Oh Naruto. Wait up. Yagura shouted before racing after him with the other Jinchuuriki hot on his heels. You know, I don't think Naruto will ever stop flying off on us, Yujito told them as they tried to catch up to said blonde. Shut up you guys, Sasuke just informed me that Kaguya is still in the process of being revived. Naruto yelled back. We may have a chance to reseal her before she wreaks havoc. Well then what are we waiting for? Let's go. Fu cried. SHT, Sasuke. I know, Naruto. Kaguya was free and she was giving them a real judgmental look as she held them in. Hair. Hagoromo and Hamura. Kaguya finally spoke, recognition in her voice as she saw the sun symbol on Naruto's palm and the crescent moon on Sasuke's that had somewhat appeared out of nowhere. My children. Whom I shared my chakra with. What? Sasuke whispered. Indra and Ashura. They are the sons of Hagoromo, Kaguya's son. Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha were descendants, or rather reincarnations, of Indra and Ashura, Naruto explained without taking his eyes off Kagura. Indra was the older brother of Ashura and the ancestor of the Uchiha clan. He was originally peaceful and joyful, however he eventually turned to the dark side. What about Ashura? Sasuke asked quietly. Ashura had no natural talent unlike his brother, but he recognized the value of others and the power of his friends and allies. Hagoromo eventually chose Ashura as his successor instead of Indra. When Indra turned to the dark side, Ashura fought him and managed to defeat him. Who is the reincarnation of who? Both Hashirama and I are the reincarnation of Ashura, Naruto hinted with a quirk of the lips. So Madara and I are reincarnations of Indra, Sasuke said in understanding. Correct, Naruto replied as he activated his Sage of Six Paths mode as the other Jinchuuriki activated their Bijuu mode. Sasuke gawked at Naruto as he had never seen him like that. His body was practically alight with a golden glow, except for the few black markings on his body. 9 floating balls, truth-seeking balls, formed a circle behind him. Sasuke, activate your Magicum. The Uchiha did so and found that his left eye was slightly aching. Naruto smiled slightly. See. As the reincarnation of Indra, you have been gifted with the Rinnegan, like I have been gifted with my Sage of Six Paths mode. Sasuke gaped slightly before Kaguya threw the 2 boys from her hair. Yagura caught Naruto and Uchiha caught Sasuke. Sasuke jumped up as hair started attacking him and Naruto. With a quick swipe of a Chidori, he managed to cut them all down. Kaguya activated her Byakugan and saw the chakra stream of the 2 boys who were crouched, ready for attack or defense. These 2. Are Hagoromo and Hamura's. No. Rather, they are Indra and Ashura's. I can't believe such a person existed, Naruto thought in panic. Hagoromo knew she would appear, that's why he entrusted us with. Here that is. Kaguya spoke, breaking him out of his thoughts. His eyes widened as they were suddenly at the edge of an active volcano. I shall erase you all. Damn it. Naruto cried as he shot out a funnel of golden chakra to catch his falling Jinchuuriki friends as he discovered his new ability to fly. Kaguya's Byakugan activated once more at the action, enraged at the resemblance between Naruto and her son. I shall reunify all chakra, she declared as she rushed at Naruto. With a large burst of chakra, the blonde defended himself from Kaguya's attacking chakra. Amaterasu. Sasuke cried as black flames rose and engulfed Kaguya. They're making a move. Phew, exclaimed. Kaguya, however, didn't seem fazed as the Amaterasu flames died down. She teleported herself between Naruto and Sasuke and froze them in ice. This ability. Can she move across dimensions? Sasuke thought to himself. Flame control. Kaguya immediately flew away as the ice broke into pieces due to Sasuke's jutsu. Thanks, Sasuke, Naruto said. Kaguya reached through a portal before her hand grabbed Sasuke's shirt collar, pulling him into another dimension. Multi-shadow clone jutsu. Naruto cried as he performed his signature technique. Millions and thousands of Narutos appeared in the sky. While he was worried about Sasuke, he knew his brother could take care of himself. Right now he needed to focus on defeating Kaguya. Kaguya narrowed her eyes at the amount of Narutos. She held out a hand and a bunch of purple chakra fists hit different groups of shadow clones, effectively dispelling them. She then retreated into her own personal dimension, not counting the fact that Naruto managed to follow her. Well, hello there, Sasuke, Naruto grinned. How did I know you were going to show up? Shut up, Sasuke smiled. Less talk, more fight. You got it, Naruto punched his fist into his palm before the 2 unleashed a combo attack with good coordination, given their respective abilities. As in, the Sasuke's Susanoo and Naruto's Bijuu mode. Sorry if it's a bit vague, but I kinda got bored and I'm ashamed to say I never finished the series. Wait for it, Naruto whispered as he and his brother readied themselves for a duo blow. Kaguya attempted to flee, only for Yujito to arrive and punch her horn, causing it to break and injure her. This gave Naruto and Sasuke their chance they needed and performed their ultimate combo, the Scorch Release. Halo Hurricane Jet Black Arrow Style 0. And so with Kaguya weakened, she transformed into the 10 Tails and then into the demonic statue before being engulfed in the sphere that was created by the Kekkei Genkai they both received from being the reincarnations of Indra and Ashura. Hey you too. Phew. Naruto asked as he deactivated his Sage of Six Paths mode before letting out a yelp as the green-haired girl punched his arm. Hard. What was that for? For leaving us out of the drama. Fuwu shouted indignantly before hugging him. But aside from that, congrats on defeating Kaguya. Thanks. Naruto blinked. So what happens now? Sasuke asked as he deactivated his Magicum. Naruto paused as Fuwu looked up at him, her being shorter than him, as the Jinchuuriki stared at him too. Why are you all looking at me? Naruto freaked, making them laugh. You're a leader, Dumbus. Yagura grinned, playfully slapping Naruto's shoulder. Oh right, Naruto grimaced as he rubbed his shoulder. And would people stop hitting me on the shoulder already? Nope, Uchitada smiled as he lightly smacked Naruto's shoulder, making him whine. Let's go already, Sasuke smiled from where he was striking up a conversation with Han. Gone. Fuwu sing-songed as she clutched Naruto's arm so tightly he was forced to her bidding. Meaning, Hirshin. Alright people, hold on to me, Sasuke said smilingly before he teleported everyone as he tracked Naruto's chakra too. Gaara sat in the Kazekage office, doing nothing but staring at the sky, wondering if his friends were okay. Would they be back together? If they were, would they start traveling again, or would they? Brush him off because of his status. Yo, it's your brother Joe. Iridi jumped up from his seat so fast it swiveled back to the front, tripping him over. There was the oh-so-familiar sound of laughter before a hand up was offered to him, which Gaara gladly accepted. So, ready to go home with us, Gaara? Naruto grinned as the Riti's eyes widened. You. Won't leave me again. Naruto rubbed the back of his neck sheepishly. That was only because you were Kazekage, and both you and I know that your village would be in pandemonium because there was no Kage to keep the order and help them recover from the war. Oh. Come on Gaara, the family ain't complete without you. Fuwu called from her place in the doorway. We were headed to Konoha, but we took a detour to Suna so we could pick you up before we dropped off Sasuke. Naruto jabbed a thumb in the Uchiha's direction who, in return, stuck out his tongue childishly. Our dramatic entry won't exactly work without you there, Yagura informed him. Gaara let a smile ghost across his lips. Dramatic entry. Please tell me it's going to be more exciting than the one you used on me. Woohoo. Yeah man. Family complete. These types of victorious yells rang through the office and the village as the Jinchuuriki alliance slapped hands, hugged and whooped just for the fun of it. Their little family was complete, but they had one more mission before they could resume their somewhat normal lives. Konoha. So Itachi, how's the search for Sasuke going? Mikoto asked softly as mother and son walked through the village. Itachi frowned. Still no leads. Mikoto sighed quietly. First Naruto, then Sasuke. Who next, Itachi? No leads on what? A familiar voice made them spin around. Sasuke, they both cried before the younger Uchiha found himself in a bone-crushing hug. A few snickers made their way to his ears, and Sasuke glared at the place where he knew his brother was hiding in the bushes. Where have you been? Mikoto asked worriedly, hands on his shoulders. We had everyone looking for you, and we were almost practically certain you were dead. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. I was just helping Naruto and his friends defeat the rabbit goddess, nothing too extreme. Itachi's eye twitched. Nothing. Too extreme, huh? Anytime now, before he blows a fuse, Sasuke mentally pleaded. It was not a very pretty scene when the normally stoic Uchiha prodigy blew a fuse. Mikoto grabbed his hand. You, young man, are coming with us to your father's office. Sasuke gawked in disbelief at his mother as he was dragged along in his mother's iron grip before sighing in defeat. And this is the thanks I get for saving the world. Getting grounded, Sasuke mumbled as he cried enemy tears. Mikoto stopped so suddenly Sasuke stumbled into her. What? She yanked him around to face her. Saving the world, Sasuke repeated. Defeating the rabbit goddess, Kaguya, the mother of Hagoromo, the sage of six paths. And finding out that I am the second reincarnation of Indra, son of the sage of six paths. Do you not know anything? Mikoto just stared at him. And then I get grounded for doing all of that. Geez, whatever happened to respect or gratitude? Sasuke complained. Itachi frowned slightly. I always thought the reincarnations of Hagoromo's sons were just a myth. Sasuke snorted. Well, you're looking at Indra's reincarnation. What about Ashura? Itachi only got a smirk in reply. Not telling. Would you at least tell us where Naruto is? Mikoto asked hopefully. Sasuke appeared to be thinking about it before he shrugged. I could tell you his last known location, but he's probably moved to another place. And besides, it's his choice if he wants to be found or not. A flash of yellow appeared at the corner of his eye, and he had to resist turning his head as he pursed his lips tightly to stop their twitching. Sasuke? What is it? Mikoto asked, slightly worried. Sasuke turned heel and quickly walked away. Mikoto and Itachi exchanged looks and quickly ran after him, calling him to come back. Stupid Naruto, why did he have to do that? I'm going to kill him later. Sasuke grumbled to himself. But then again, this is extremely typical of him, and a hilarious joke really. Sasuke, slow down. What's wrong? Mikoto called as she fell behind. Little brother, why Itachi was cut off by a very loud scream that came from the Hokage monument. Naruto Uzumaki is back, Dadabayo. The two froze as Sasuke facepalmed. He turned around and his eye twitched as he finally viewed the entire masterpiece. His eye twitched severely before his pursed lips broke apart and he started laughing like a maniac, doubling over with laughter. The Hokage monument was severely defaced. On Tsunade's face, gray lines were drawn everywhere and her lips were painted in blood red. Old Hag was written all over her forehead and a certain green-haired Jinchuuriki was hovering in front of Tsunade's face, just finishing the bags that were painted beneath her eyes. On the face of the first Hokage, Hashirama, his mouth was stretched into a crazy grin, his eyes giant and wide in a maniacal expression as swirls decorated his cheeks. Childish idiot was written in giant bold letters across his forehead. For the second Hokage's, Tobirama, both eyes were made into slits and his mouth was in a straight line while his hair was completely white and scars marred his cheeks. Stern old guy was on his forehead. Sasuke thought he looked like a very grumpy grandfather, to be honest. For the third Hokage, giant red love hearts replaced his eyes as red paint dripped from both nostrils and his mouth was transformed into a dreamy, somewhat pervy smile as white paint that looked too realistically like drool hung from the corner of his mouth. Professor of Perverts was written on his forehead. That was the defaced one that Sasuke favored the most, but the one that he laughed the most at was the fourth Hokage's, Minato Namikaze. Why? Because it was completely blank. Well, there was no graffiti, no defacing. There was no face. No hair. No eyes, mouth, nose. Just a blank piece of rock. How did they manage that? Sasuke gasped out between laughs. Mikoto and Itachi were just staring in shock. Well, what do you think? A beautiful masterpiece, isn't it? Which one is your favorite? A proud voice asked from behind the Uchiha trio. Two froze while the third turned around, grinning. The carry, Ruto, Sasuke grinned, clapping his brother on the shoulder. Naruto grinned back. It's good to be home. But you know we aren't sticking around for long. Anyways, which one's your favorite? Sasuke pretended to think. It's a very close tie between the third and the fourth. I know. Yagura had to idea of clearing out Minato's face while Fu and I decorated the thirds, Naruto said proudly. The prank worthy of the Uzumaki clan, Sasuke nodded sagely. So how did you clear out his face anyway? Yagura did some technique that completely wiped off the indentations and carvings and such. Love, Sasuke grinned. Hey mom, Itachi Nai, you gonna welcome Ruto home or what? Sasuke, Naruto said warningly. His brother smiled innocently back at him. Naruto. Mikoto trailed off as she suddenly gave a burst of speed and tackled him to the ground. Ack. Naruto yelped. Where the hell have you been? And what's with the rabbit goddess? And what was Sasuke saying about saving the world? Do you know how worried we were? Just where were you? Did you die? How did you die? Why did you die? Do you know how worried we were about you? Do you? Mikoto screamed. Naruto sighed, letting his adoptive mother scream in his face while bombarding him with questions as well. Are you done yet? He asked patiently. No. Mikoto yelled and started another stream of angry scolding and numerous questions. Man, Ruto has it bad, Sasuke snickered. Sasuke. Yes, Itachi. Did you know about Naruto? Decorating the Hokage monument. What can I say? The Jinchuuriki alliance love making dramatic entrances. Dramatic? More like. Mischievous. Whatever. Are you gonna save Ruto or leave him to die by our mother's hands? I'll leave him. You are a cruel, cruel man, Itachi. Naruto yelled over. Says you. Itachi shot back. What did I ever do to you? Naruto whined in protest. Let's see, Itachi began sarcastically before rattling off a very long list of things Naruto had done to them. The Uchiha brothers, Sasuke and Naruto, sweat dropped. What a long list, a voice mused from behind Naruto. Ah, old man Rashi. Please help me. Naruto called, happy that one of his friends was there to help him. Rashi snickered. Just flash out, idiot. Naruto stared at Rashi. You know, I would facepalm, but I'm kind of pinned to the ground. Then flash out and facepalm. Rashi groaned. Naruto smiled at Mikoto and pecked her cheek before flashing out from her iron grip. He's lucky, Sasuke and Itachi deadpanned. Mikoto got up and crossed her arms, glaring at Naruto who was standing sheepishly beside Yagura who was chuckling. You have a lot of explaining to do, young man. Sorry, Naruto apologized, but we can't stick around long. Mikoto's face fell. Why? We're Jinchuuriki, and that's why we can't stay anywhere for long, Yagura explained. People would come after us, and we do not wish to endanger anyone. Hey, you two. We have to get moving, you know, Gaara said in his monotone, appearing beside the two. A trace of happiness danced in his eyes and was visible on his face. Hi, Naruto said cheerfully. See you later peeps. No one calls anyone peeps anymore, Naruto. Sasuke called. Yo peeps. Rashi grinned. Hello peeps, goodbye peeps. Yagura chuckled. Wassup, peep. Fu joined in as she jumped on top of Naruto, smiling brightly. Ready to go, peeps. Yujito smirk smiled. She had been with the green-haired Jinchuuriki and decided to add in her 2 cents. Utakata's eye twitched severely while Han remained silent. Gaara merely facepalmed, silently bemoaning the fact that the supposedly responsible, sensible and mature Yujito had joined in. You've gotta be kidding me, Sasuke said flatly. Nope, Naruto grinned. Come on peeps, let's hit the jeep. B rapped. The frick, Naruto deadpanned. What is a jeep? B shrugged. He was probably just trying to find something that rhymed with peeps, Yujito offered with a hint of uncertainty. Naruto sighed. There are a billion non-made-up words that rhyme with peep. Like cheek, heap, beep, creek, leak, peak, reap, weep, etc. Everyone stared at him. What? The blonde asked blankly. Nothing, peep, Yagura sighed in defeat as he leaned his neck both ways, cracking it before stretching his arms up as his elbows popped. You, Yagura. Fu complained. Sora, Yagura said in a not-so-sorry way as he rolled his eyes. No rolling your eyes, young man. Be polite, Yujito chastised as she thumped him on the head. Ouch, Yagura grumbled quietly. Time to hit the road, now before we're slowed. Gotta move quickly, there ain't no time. Do it now, while we're in our prime. B rapped. As stated before, my rapping rhyming skills suck. Do not judge. Yes, let's go, Gaara agreed calmly before a tick mark appeared on his head suddenly. In this century please. Calm down Panda-chan, Naruto said flippantly. Gaara's tick mark enlarged and he flipped Naruto off, said Blonde promptly returning the gesture. Gaara returned it with double, as did Naruto. You two, stop flipping each other off, we have to move, Yagura interrupted. Why? The two asked at the same time. Unintentionally, of course. Well, I don't know. Maybe because there is a whole group of angry ninja coming since we defaced the Hokage monument, Yagura screamed at them. Huh? Oh yeah. Gaara and Naruto stared at the crowd, somewhat uncomprehending with very blank expressions on their faces. Can we please move? In this lifetime please. The former Mizukage screamed again as he planted himself behind them and gave them both a strong push. Naruto and Gaara both flipped him off, which made him get a tick mark on his head, but he never ceased his pushing. Instead, he started poking them with the end of his staff, which was rather pointy, which made them hurry, to his satisfaction. Peeps. All the Jinchuuriki screamed, waving energetically with giant grins on their faces. Sasuke facepalmed. What a bunch of immature little brats, he mumbled to himself. I heard that. Naruto called just as he was exiting the gate. Good. Sasuke snapped. Because I'll have you know it's true. Very true. Ouch, and the arrow hits home. Naruto feigned hurt as he clutched his heart, a mock-pained expression coming over his features. Move it. Yagura snapped. I like to move it, I like to move it, we like to. Move it. Naruto cheered. Everyone in the area, i.e., the mature Jinchuuriki and Uchiha family, facepalmed immediately. You are seriously too childish, Naruto-kun, Fu sighed. Look who's talking, Rashi snorted and was immediately on the receiving end of the female Jinchuuriki's death glare. The redeeded male sweat dropped and held both hands up in surrender. The two were distracted when they heard Yagura's cry of dismay and saw to their horror and amusement that Naruto was dabbing. Naruto. Itachi groaned. How far has my brother fallen? Sasuke asked no one in particular with enemy tears streaming down his cheeks. Makoto's eye simply twitched in slight aggravation. Then Naruto-kun. Fu squeaked in shock, her cheeks coloring up with embarrassment. Why? Yagura moaned. Just why? Because I'm just too fab for you, Naruto replied sassily as he flipped imaginary hair over his shoulder. Yagura's eye twitched. Your choice of wording. Fab. Really? He deadpanned. Naruto shrugged. I just wanted to see what all the fuss about dabbing was. All I can tell is that it's a really weird position. The Jinchuuriki exchanged looks of disbelief. Does this guy not realize how many times he's dabbed? Rashi said in disbelief. Naruto frowned. What are you talking about? That was my first dab. No it wasn't, Yagura in a somewhat rude tone that was literally a, this is so obvious why don't you know it sort of tone. What it is? Naruto dabbed. Yagura replied sarcastically as an image popped up into everyone's minds. How many times has he dabbed again? Fu whispered to Yujito. I don't know, maybe every single time he's had a battle. Yujito whispered back. That's like 10,000 times, give or take a few. Fu retorted. And how does he not realize it? I always thought he was doing it on purpose. Yujito shrugged. Probably an Uzumaki thing, you know, like the catch for Stadabayo or Dadabane. Fu rolled her eyes. Do not remind me. It was so annoying. But endearing. The two females then returned to the world where Naruto and Yagura were still arguing about Naruto's dabs as the Uchiha family sweat dropped, looking on. Next time you have a battle I am recording the entire thing. Yagura finally shouted in aggravation. Fine. Naruto shouted back. And then you'll see I don't dab during battles. Like hell you don't. Alright, enough, break it up Yujito snapped, coming in between them. We've had this conversation before, let's not have a repeat, alright. Now let's get moving. We still have a lot of villages to visit before we traveling. Naruto and Yagura threw each other one last death glare before parting, grumbling to themselves. The blonde walked back to his adoptive family as Yagura went over to Utakata, who was shaking his head at his immature friend. You're leaving so soon. Will you be back? Mikoto asked softly, knowing it was impossible to try and prevent her blonde son from leaving. Naruto smiled. Don't worry, I will be back. Be it days, weeks, months, years, I will always come back to visit you. But I will never be able to stay here permanently because of my Jinchuuriki status and the fact that I am the leader of the Jinchuuriki alliance. I cannot leave them. Itachi nodded. We understand. But do make it a constant thing to visit us at least once every year to inform us of things and keep our worry at bay. Ah, right, Naruto nodded. He then turned to Sasuke, who smirked half-heartedly at him. HN. Naruto shot back. Sasuke's eyes narrowed. HN. HNNNNNNNNN. HN Sasuke grunted in an angry way. Naruto answered cheekily. Mikoto and Itachi looked on in confusion and amusement, although both sported large sweat drops. See you around, Naruto, Sasuke said at last, slapping Naruto's hand once and then their fists met. It was their special kind of careless-styled handshake. See ya, Sasuke, Naruto returned, smiling slightly before turning and running to join his group of fellow Jinchuuriki. Let's go, Mina. Naruto yelled. Finally. Rashi grinned. I thought you were gonna stay behind. As if. Naruto retorted. Let's go, yo. It's time to set out and. Shut up, B. Half of the Jinchuuriki screamed before the entire group burst into laughter. Come back soon. Naruto Sasuke thought as his eyes softened, watching his adoptive brother walk away with his fellow Jinchuuriki, all laughing merrily as they faded into the distance, leaving no trace of them behind. Except for the defaced Hokage monument. Which reminded him. Sasuke turned around and hid the twitching of his mouth as he once again observed the damage or, as Naruto preferred to call it, decoration adorning the Hokage's faces. He still couldn't completely fathom how Yagura managed to completely wipe clean Minato's face, nor how Naruto managed to make the expression so realistic, as if the Hokage themselves had posed for the portraits. Sasuke shook his head fondly and let out an exhale through his nose, propping his hands on his hips. Well, I pity those who have to clean that mess up, he said with a mischievous tone. Indeed, Itachi agreed with amusement in his voice. I wonder if we should recommend them as missions to the fresh genin, Sasuke continued as his eyes twinkled cheekily. You've been hanging around too much with Naruto, Mikoto laughed. Sasuke shrugged. What can I say? That guy rubs off on you sooner or later, and I sure don't want to clean it up. Neither do we, Itachi and Mikoto responded simultaneously. Let's go home before we suddenly get dragged to the Hokage's office, Sasuke said suddenly after a moment of silence. Yes, let's, Itachi agreed immediately. Home. Naruto, will you ever find a true home that you don't have to leave? Mikoto thought sadly. Or will you forever be on the run because of your Jinchuuriki status? She looked up at the sky and sighed slightly before pasting a smile on her face and leading her boys back to the Uchiha compound. Well, wherever you are, stay safe and come back to us soon. Hurry up. A girl or young woman called excitedly. I can see it. The boy or young man really, she was talking to laughed. Calm down, no need to get so excited. Why not? The girl bounced up and down. Aren't you excited to see your home? Naruto Uzumaki let out a soft smile. Yes, I am. Then come on. The girl tugged on him as they quickened their pace. Ah, slowpokes. A friend of theirs taunted, his fuchsia eyes sparkling as his mouth curved up into a big grin. Oh, you want a bet? Naruto challenged. Yagura snorted. Fine, I'll let you off the hook this time since I know you inherited Minato's speed. But don't expect me to do that all the time, you hear me? Naruto sweat dropped slightly. I'm the one letting you off the hook here. Shut up, Yagura grumbled. You two, quit bickering and get a move on, a motherly voice scolded them as a blonde woman bypassed them, a man wearing shades running alongside her. Yeah, quit being a child Yagura, a male voice snickered as a brown-haired kimono-wearing man floated by on a bubble. Oh, there's no way in hell I'm losing to you Chikata. Yagura snarled and set off sprinting. And there is no way in hell I'm losing to Yagura, Naruto declared as he set off at breakneck speed. Just as the gate was nearing his sights, he jumped high, the sun illuminating him as he soared over the gate and flashed to the Uchiha compound. Oh my kami. The boy screamed as a body tackled him the moment he arrived. What the hell, man? Naruto, why the FK did you not send us any word for 3 whole weeks? A duckbit Uchiha cried, shaking him hard. Do you know how worried we were and then you just come in here without any notification? Did you forget we are your family you idiot? I'm sorry Sasuke, now get off me. Naruto exclaimed, wrestling him over. Sasuke Uchiha growled slightly and stood up, jerking his pouting brother to his feet. Sorry, but you seriously had us worried. Sorry, but we were traveling, Naruto whined. Where's mom and dad? At the Hokage's office. FK. Language, Ataudo. Oh, hey Idenai. Can we go see mom and dad now? Depends if you want to go to the Hokage's office. They'll be back soon, though. The guys will probably be tearing up the village soon looking for me, so I'll head over there, Naruto said, looking around with slight nervousness, as if he expected to see 8 people destroying the village this very minute. Sasuke and Itachi sweat dropped until their arms were grabbed and they were flashed to the Hokage's office. But the Sasuke quickly swiveled around and puked into the bin. Give us warning next time, Ataudo, Itachi managed to say, his face looking rather pale as he held a hand over his mouth, just in case he would follow his little brother's reaction. Oops. Naruto rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. I forgot that you guys aren't accustomed to the flashy traveling. Sasuke glared at Naruto as he wiped his mouth. Yeah, sure. Naruto shrugged and then noticed his adoptive parents standing there. Hey mom, dad. I'm home. Hello Naruto, Mikoto smiled as she brought her son into a hug. We've missed you. And I missed you, Naruto smiled as he returned the hug. Where's the Hokage? Sasuke whispered to his father, only just noticing the absence of the yellow flash. Oh, Minato had to go outside for a minute. I think it was because Kushina sent him a message saying she was pregnant again or something. Anyway, you guys got lucky. Sasuke snickered. I would have punched him out the window for intruding on a family moment if he was still here. Yugaku rolled his eyes as Itachi poked his brother's forehead at the ludicrous statement. When they parted, Naruto took in his 8 Jinchuuriki friends and then brought the green-haired girl forward. Mom, this is my, girlfriend. Phew. Nice to meet you, phew, Mikoto said politely, shaking her hand. Take care of my boy for me, okay? He's quite a trouble magnet. Mom. Naruto yelled. Mikoto laughed as Yugaku walked forward. You know she's only teasing, son. Naruto huffed. That doesn't make it any less embarrassing. Mikoto and Fugaku exchanged looks of amusement before Fugaku reached out a hand to ruffle the blonde locks. Ikari, Sachi. Naruto looked back at them with slightly wide eyes, then he smiled. Hidema, Kazoku. According to Google Translate, Kazoku means family. I hope you guys liked the story. If you did, click on any of the videos which are popping on the screen right now. I promise you'll love them too. If you like my videos you can like and subscribe too. I'll see you on another amazing What If video guys. Love you all, peace.